It's time for Lady Wolverine basketball.
The community, come watch. You're going to be pleasantly surprised when you see just how hard these girls work and what they bring. I'm excited. I've got all the confidence in the world. Defensively, we're going to get it done. We're going to hold teams to one shot. You're going to see us push the floor in transition. You're going to see us a college-style basketball.
To get us ready for tip-off, let's go courtside with the voice of the Lady Wolverines, Jared Anderson.
And a very good Thursday night to you. Welcome into the Porter's Tailgate Show. We are set for Wolverine basketball from day one of the James Johnson Winter Showcase here at Story Gymnasium in the capital city, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Good evening. I'm Jared Anderson, joined alongside Jason Peterson, our camera operator. For those of you watching on County 10's YouTube channel, for those of you listening on Jack FM, I'll remind you that streaming video will be taking place all through the evening here over on County 10's YouTube channel. You can find the link directly at county10.com if that's easier for you. And audio coverage, if you're in the vehicle or anywhere else, if it's just easier to listen to the radio, you can find that at 105.1 Jack FM. Again, this is the Porter's Tailgate Show. Doubleheader of basketball coming up for you tonight with the Natrona County Phillies and Mustangs and the Riverton Lady Wolverines up first here. Coming up in the girls matchup in about 10 minutes or so, the Natrona County Phillies are 2-4 to start the year. Riverton 2-5 to start the year. Both Riverton wins are against Rollins. This Natrona County team has defeated Evanston and Kelly Walsh so far this season. There is one common opponent already this season. Both of these teams, oddly enough, have played Lyman, going down a class to play the Lyman Lady Eagles. They both played them at the Flaming Gorge tournament in Green River before Christmas, and they both lost to Lyman. Natrona County lost to Lyman 42-35. Riverton lost to Lyman 50-38. So on paper, at least, it looks like a pretty good girls matchup we've got coming up here in about 8 minutes. Want to thank Porter's Supply Company at the corner of Sunset and Federal in Riverton, making our pregame show possible here. A delayed pregame show. We're over a half an hour behind here from Story Gymnasium. This was supposed to be a 6:30 tip-off. We're not going to get this one going until about 7:10 or so. Had some JV action earlier in the day that went long. JV girls and boys both came up short. If you're a Riverton fan, Natrona knocked them off here in the earlier stages of action from the James Johnson tournament. Let's get into our pregame interview here as they're going to put 7 minutes on the clock. It looks like this is going to be an adventure for me all night long because I can't see the scoreboard here from high atop Story Gym very well. I have to almost hit my head on the desk in front of me to get a glimpse of what the time on the scoreboard is, so I'll try my very best to keep you up to date with that. But there's about 7 minutes, they're going to say, until tip-off, so we'll get right into our pregame interview. We caught up with Mike Bosner, the first-year head coach of the Riverton Lady Wolverines. Here's how my chat would go with Coach Bosner. Back on the Porter's Tailgate Show, we're joined by Lady Wolverine head coach Mike Bosner. Coach, first of all, how was your Christmas and your New Year?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Got to spend some time with family, and it was good to get a few days off and not kind of feel like we were pressured to do anything serious, you know. So it was good. The time off's good.
Did you get together with your girls a little bit over the break, and what'd you work on specifically?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time. You know, we have to get better at feeding the post. We have worked a lot on it, and now I've really told them, I said, look, we got to feed that post 10 or 15 times a game now. There's just no other way to do it. We can't live from the outside. So I think you'll keep an eye on that. You're going to see us feeding. You're going to see girls sealing a lot more, working really hard. Tatum, my Bulldogs, you know, Haley, she does great with it. So does we too. I mean, they've learned and they understand what it's about. So when they seal, they sit, and then we just got to make them a good pass.
I know it was a while ago now. Last time I saw you was that big fun win over Rollins. Did that kind of provide momentum going into the break, do you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was, and then my girls come back from Christmas, and that first week, I was like, what happened? I mean, we lost them. You know, they didn't have a lot of intensity, and I mean, it took a while for me to get them, and I had to chew on them a little bit. That's why I told them at the beginning of the year, there's days you're going to love me, and there's days you're going to hate me, and so I think they didn't like me too much after Christmas.
Yeah, well, that's understandable. Food coma over Christmas, I feel like, for me, too. What do you hope from your girls at this Cheyenne tournament? One more 3-game stretch here before we kind of get into more of the regular portion of the season.
Well, I'll tell you, I feel like Natrona is a team that we can compete with. Cheyenne South is a team that we can compete with. And not to say that Laramie isn't either, but right now we're focused here. You're going to see us. We work so much on transition. I'm hoping that we're going to see some more of that. You're going to see us press a little bit more. We're going to get after people. I told them we can't sit back. I know our numbers aren't great and they get tired quick, but we have to get after people early. We cannot afford to get down in that first quarter.
How much do these, I know we're still kind of early in the season, although you've had quite a bit of time with your kids, but for the gelling process, team bonding, how much do these long road trips, overnight stays mean for your girls just to get to know each other a little bit better?
Yeah, you know, I think it's a big deal. You know, early on, I made a commitment to them. I said, look, if we raise the money, I'm going to feed you. And they're like, what? I'm like, when we go out, I'm going to feed you pregame meals. I'm going to take care of you. And if you don't do that, they have nothing to burn, right? I'm asking them to play at a high level. And so, look, there's a lot of things that we're doing that brings that team camaraderie together. And when you see them, they're happy. They want to work, but yet every now and then they kind of fall back to what was, you know. And so we just continue to go hard, and they're a great bunch of girls. They know how to fight. I think you saw that in that Rollins game for the first time. We fought, and we're not laying back anymore. The boxing out, the rebounding, all the things the little things that we need to do to be a good team. We're starting to get to that point. So I'm excited about that part.
All right, Coach, I'll let you go, but good luck, and we'll chat again here later this weekend.
Sounds good. Thank you.
That's Mike Bosner, head coach of the Riverton Lady Wolverines, joining us on the Porter's Tailgate Show. We're just about ready for tip-off. We're going to step aside here for 60 quick seconds. When we come back, get you ready for the Lady Wolverines and the Natrona County Phillies, day one of the James Johnson Winter Classic from Cheyenne. You're listening to RHS Basketball on 105.1 Jack FM and watching along on County 10's YouTube channel.
Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com.
Your home for RHS basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM.
Jared Anderson, Jason Peterson with you from Story Gymnasium at Cheyenne, Wyoming. One of my favorite gyms in the state. This is an interesting view, I think, for a lot of folks to see. We are high in the rafters. We're above the rafters, in fact, here at the gymnasium. I've already mentioned this, but I can't see very, very well how much time is on the clock, so that's going to be an adventure from this vantage point. But I love this gym. I got to do games here a long time ago and have watched many of basketball games here, one of the more historic venues for high school basketball in the state of Wyoming. This is a 3-day long tournament. Riverton goes to Cheyenne South tomorrow. They'll go to Laramie High School for Saturday afternoon games, and we've got them all for you here on the County 10 Sports Network. I want to thank Porter's Supply Company again at the corner of Sunset and Federal for making our pregame show possible. We appreciate Porter's Supply Company. This Natrona County Phillies team the Lady Wolverines will see tonight features a brand new head coach, J.R. Wolson, in his first year. Wolson's been around the Natrona County program for a long time, though. He attended Natrona County High School. He played football and basketball there and has been an assistant for the girls basketball program for quite some time under Doug Deal and Brian Costello. Coach Wolson, chatting with him a little bit earlier, he's got a real team-first mentality. He says doesn't like individual accomplishments as much as team accomplishments, wants a work ethic that reflects his coaching style, and wants to go back to state. They went 11-14 last year, didn't qualify. Their last state championship was in 2014 under Doug Deal. So he is really looking forward to getting the Natrona County program back on the right side of the win-loss column. Been a tough start to the year for them at 2-4, but a lot of potential, it looks like, for them. Lady Wolverines in the white uniforms. They come out like this. Taylin Leesburg, a sophomore. Number 2 is Savannah Morton. She's a senior. Number 11, Weed 2 Cloudhorse. 13 is Haley Engstrom. And 21 is Paisley Jackson. I'll pick up the NC starters on the fly here as we're underway already. Riverton basketball to begin. Glad you're with us along the County 10 Sports Network. Got defense here first by Lexi Ransom. Didn't get to mention her in the Porter's Tailgate show. She's the leading scorer for this Natrona County Phillies team. Followed closely by the 2 Camerons, Cameron Vance and Cameron Costello. Early shot by the Lady Wolverines is missed, and Vance will track down the rebound. It's knocked away out of bounds by Paisley Jackson. Natrona County first possession here as Riverton settles back into their 2-3 zone. 3 right away is up and good. Lexi Ransom, she is the leading scorer on this team, averaging 10 points per game. She's got 3. And it's Phillies on top. 3 to zip. Ball knocked out of bounds away from Weed 2 Cloudhorse. Stays with the Lady Wolverines. Miggy Teague, number 14. Elise Swan, number 3. Also the Natrona County starters. I don't think I've mentioned so far. It's a foul and some free throws coming up on a Weed 2 Cloudhorse shot. So Weed 2 is going to go to the line for 2 attempts. Cameron Costello picks up her first personal. Weed 2's first is good. Second from Weed 2 is no good, but it's kept alive by Haley Engstrom. She goes back up, can't get it. Weed 2 there with the follow. That's good. And it's 3 off of a missed free throw from Weed 2 Cloudhorse to tie us up at 3 apiece. First official tie of the ball game. Vance works it at the top. Costello now will hand off in the paint to Swan. Swan put up a floater that was no good. Kept alive by the Phillies. Here's Ransom again, shot from beyond the free throw arc. Behind the free throw line. That's no good. And Leesburg will hustle down the rebound. Taylin pick up the dribble right at the midcourt line and then send it to Paisley Jackson. Jackson around to Savannah Morton, right side, outside. Savannah on the dribble, puts one defender in the air and hands back to Cloudhorse. Cloudhorse will try left side baseline. She was bumped. Nothing called. Give it to Paisley Jackson. Lay it up and in. Paisley's first points of the ball game. Riverton's first lead at 5-3 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. We've played 2 minutes from Story Gymnasium. Swan will try a 3 and drain it. Nothing but net. Elise Swan. Natrona's got 2 3-pointers, and they take the lead back. 6-5. Full court press set up here by the Phillies. Both of these teams looking for their 3rd win on the season. And Riverton wants to beat somebody besides Rollins as Cloudhorse is fouled again on the shot. We'll head back to the free throw stripe. We two just hit 1 of 2 a moment ago. That foul's going to go against Cameron Vance, her first, team second. Cloud Horse at the line. First free throw is good. She'll have one more attempt. And nothing but net on the second one. So We Two's got 5 of the Riverton 7. And the Lady Wolverines take back a slim 1-point advantage. Teague gives it to Costello as they play catch around the perimeter. Now Swan on the dribble drive is fouled on the ground. It's going to go against Paisley Jackson. Her first, team first. And the Phillies will inbound under and to the left of their own hoop. Long lob for Teague as she hands back now to Ransom. We know Ransom has the range. Great ball handler as well as she goes down the lane. Is swatted by Cloud Horse, kept alive by the Phillies. Teague will try a 3 now, rattles in and out. Cloud Horse can't quite control the rebound and knocks it out of bounds along the baseline. Had good position, just a little bit past her outstretched reach. Had a nice block in there too, did We Two. Alize Salinas checks in, and Josh Behrens. No H, just Joss. Tipped around, out of bounds, stays Phillies basketball. 4 minutes, 54 seconds as I craned my neck all the way down to see the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. 7-6, Lady Wolverines on top here. First quarter action. Glad you're with us as we settle in here from Story Gymnasium. Takes a moment or two for a broadcaster to settle in as well, as Leesburg will intercept that pass. It's knocked away out of her hands, out of bounds. Will stay with the Lady Wolverines. So good start here for Riverton. Feed to the paint. Engstrom can't get it. Is going to fall onto the floor as well as here come the Phillies in transition with numbers. Cameron Costello's fouled from behind. And Cameron will go to the stripe. She's got 2 shots. And that is going to go against Haley Engstrom, her first, team foul number 2. Costello's first is good. We're tied for a 3rd time here in the early stages. Cammie Paskett, the first Riverton substitution. The junior has had some nice moments off the bench. Second for Costello is also nothing but net. So good free throw shooting here, both teams early on. NC takes a 1-point advantage back. First quarter action. Here's Paskett with the basketball, beat up by Behrens. Feed the paint to Cloud Horse, turn around from the left block and drain it. We Two's got 7. Quite a start from the Lady Wolverines senior. Ransom floater on the right side is no good, and Cloud Horse gets the rebound, falls to the ground, and travels. Got a little bit tangled up with a player, and then I think her feet just got kind of crossed over one another and fell hard to the playing surface. Entry pass to Behrens is open for 2. Knock it down. First points for Joss. We've traded the lead a whole bunch here in the first quarter. NC 10, Riverton 9. As there's a pass that gets knocked away, taken away, and here comes Salinas. Alize will hand back to Ransom. 3 from Costello at the top is good. Cameron Costello with the 3rd three-pointer of the first quarter for the Natrona ladies. Quickly, Cloud Horse again for 2. We Two now with 9 of Riverton's 11. 3:17 to play first quarter. Costello turnaround 2 from the block is good. Both teams shooting lights out here first quarter, like there's no hangover from Christmas break. Here's Paisley Jackson in deep, couldn't get it to go, was in a tough spot and couldn't hit the layup. Ransom will spot up for 3, that's good. The 4th three-pointer of the first quarter for NC. 18-11. Paisley Jackson misses a layup on the other end quickly as we play transition basketball. It's almost like an NBA All-Star game all of a sudden with not a lot of defense, some wide open looks. Barons down low, trouble handling it. Now we'll send it up top to Lexi Ransom, past one defender, get a mid-range jumper to go. Lexi Ransom has 8, and Coach Bosner wants a timeout. It's Natrona 20, Riverton 11, so we traded leads quite a bit, and the last few moments have been all Natrona, helped out in large part by a couple of three-pointers. Barons with a nice shot as well, and Lexi Ransom now has 8 points to lead the way for the Phillies. Cameron Costello with 7 of them. Riverton has a whole lot of offensive production from We2 Cloud Horse. They've got 2 from Paisley Jackson, and that's it as far as the Riverton scoring so far. So a run there from the Phillies, but was impressed with the first few moments of play from the Lady Wolverines, especially offensively. Both teams back out on the playing surface out of the timeout. 2:25, I think, remaining first quarter on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Taylon Leesburg jogs it across the time stripe. Gives it to Paskett. Now right side, Paisley Jackson contested 3. That's no good. A rebound tipped and comes away to Salinas. Salinas, beautiful pass off of the hands of Cameron Vance. That was a dime to Vance that she just couldn't quite bring in there. And to Vance's credit, running full speed down the floor. Wasn't expecting a Michael Penix Jr. dart there. Leesburg hounded way up top. Taylin with the basketball. Look down low for Cloud Horse. We2 has 2 more. She's the first player of the game in double figures. Cloud Horse with 11. 1:38 to play first quarter. Lady Wolverines trail by 7. Casey Parks has checked in and will put up a shot for the Phillies that rattles out. Rebound tracked down by Haley Engstrom, the Bulldog, as Coach Bosner calls her. Leesburg hounded by Salinas, who tipped it away for a moment. Now Taylin gets it back. Now it's going to be taken away from Paisley Jackson. Here's Parks, the distance, left-hand layup, can't get it to go. Fight for it on the baseline off of Leesburg will go to Natrona, but that looked like an easy 2 for the Phillies that they won't get, so Riverton gets a chance to get set on defense. Savannah Morton returns to the Riverton lineup. Miggy Teague is back, and so are a couple other Phillies. For the inbound, Vance was open from the free throw stripe, can't get it to go. I like that inbound play. Vance was just kind of hidden behind a teammate, backed up, and was open from the free throw stripe. Couldn't get the shot to go, though. Cloud Horse in the lane. Shot is hard off the backboard. Costello will rebound it. We're at 42 seconds to play first quarter. Teague is open corner 3. That's no good. Costello gathers in the rebound. Look up top. Swan will try a 3. That's no good. A 4th chance will be converted. 2 from Lexi Ransom. 22 seconds to play first quarter. It's 22-13. NC on top of the Lady Wolverines. Engstrom way up top. She'll find Cloud Horse, who's wide open on the right side block. Can't get it to go. Fights for her own rebound. It's taken away, though, by Ransom with 5 seconds. Lexi across the timeline. Time ticking down. Ransom can't get it. Is partially blocked by Paskett. And that is how we'll end the first quarter. So after 1, it's the Natrona County Phillies 22, Riverton Lady Wolverines 13. We owe you a 60-second break. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Wolverines on County 10's YouTube channel and listening on 105.1 Jack FM.
Did you see Allison at lunch today? I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna text Allison. Hey, hold up, Matt's calling me. Hey, we got the food and we're on our way right now. Hey, who's coming, bro? You're the one that needs help.
At Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
Watch every RHS basketball game all season long on the County 10 YouTube page.
Jared Anderson, Jason Peterson with you. High atop historic Story Gymnasium after one. It's the Natrona County ladies on top of Riverton 22-13. NC basketball as we're back to action in the second quarter. Cameron Vance holds it at the top. Lady Wolverines back in their 2-3 zone. Every time they've been in a half-court set defensively, they've been in the 2-3 zone. Three is up and good. Who else? Lexi Ransom again. Ransom now with 13 points. Her average on the season is 10, and she's already got 13. Leesburg and Teague fight for it in backcourt. Now Morton ahead of the pack, lay it up and in on a nice pass from Taylin Leesburg. First points of the contest for Savannah Morton. Cuts the Lady Wolverine deficit to 10 now after both teams continue to shoot really well. Natrona's just had more opportunities at the basket than have the Lady Wolverines. Here's Teague slicing through defenders. She'll get the shot in the paint to go. Miggy Teague's first points of the game, the fifth Philly to score. Knocked away from Timbri Mathil as Timbri checked in there between the first and second quarter, and now Paisley Jackson returns. Haley Ingstrom will check out. Leesburg triggers it into Savannah Morton in the corner. Morton will stop for a mid-range two. That's no good, hard off the backboard and rebounded out by Lexi Ransom. Here's Ransom quickly into the Natrona front court. Tried to make it a nice jump stop and is pushed and fouled, I believe, by Cammie Paskett. That'll be Cammie's first team foul, number 1 of the second quarter, as Ransom goes to the free throw line. I'll say she was going up to shoot. It was tough to tell. It almost, I'm way away from the court, almost looked like she got bumped before she went up with the basketball, but they're going to say on the shot. And again, I love this gym, but this is about as far away from the floor as I'll be all season long. Ransom knocks them both in. Natrona with their largest lead of the game now at 14, 29-15. And for as well as Riverton has shot, NC is just fairly unstoppable offensively right now. Everything going in. Mathil double teamed and is tied up. Possession arrow will stay Lady Wolverine ball. We2 Cloud Horse comes back in, leading scorer for Riverton with 11. What a first quarter she had. Taylin triggers it into Jackson, who's left alone, left corner. Shot for three is too strong. And rebound tracked down by Elise Swan. NC wants to run. There's Ransom in the corner. She spots up for three. Swish. 32-15. Natrona is hitting everything, especially Lexi Ransom. Lexi with 4 3-pointers of her own. NC with 6 threes so far. Timbree's open for a mid-range two. Knock it down. Timbree Mathil with her first 2 points. 32-17 now, 5:42 to play second quarter on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. 3 misses everything from Miggy Teague. And here comes Cloud Horse. Mathil is wide open under the basket. Can't get the bunny to go, though. And rebound tracked down by Cameron Costello. Costello outletted up ahead to Swan. Elise goes past Morton. Right-hand layup. Got it. 5 points for Elise Swan. And Coach Bosner wants another timeout. This, I believe, is going to be a full timeout. It is, so let's step aside with them. Let you hear from a couple of folks who make Lady Wolverine basketball. Midway through the second quarter, it's Natrona 34, Riverton 17, back in 60 seconds on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Ready to explore Wyoming's stunning parks at Fremont Motors during the Open Road Sales Event. We're giving away a complimentary Wyoming State Parks pass with every vehicle sold, so you can get out and explore our beautiful state behind the wheel of a brand new vehicle. Plus, all Fremont vehicles come back by Fremont Care, so you'll be covered no matter what the Open Road has in store. Visit Fremont Chevrolet GMC in Riverton, or shop online anytime at FremontMotors.com and start your Wyoming adventure today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Back to action quickly out of the timeout. Ball knocked away out of bounds. We'll go to Natrona County. That's definitely not what Coach Bosner drew up right there. 5:13 to play. Second quarter. Natrona on top of Riverton at 34-17. Here, day one of the James Johnson Winter Classic from Cheyenne. NC ladies shooting really well so far as Salinas can't get it to go, but it is kept alive. Long rebound comes away to Ransom. Entry pass to the paint. Ella K. Sheets has just checked in, and Ella K. Sheets is going to go to the line for 2 as she turned around, couldn't get it to go, but Weetu Cloud Horse got her across the arm. Ella K., a sophomore. First of 2 is good. Again, the Phillies under head coach J.R. Wolson in his first year with the program. Coach Brian Costello coached the last championship as the second free throw was no good, but it's kept alive by the Phillies. That was back in 2014. 3 is banked home by Cameron Costello, her second three-pointer of the ball game, the 7th 3 from Natrona. And a long pass intended for Paisley Jackson is off of her hands and out of bounds. It'll go right back to the NC ladies. Unforced error there for the Riverton ladies. 38-17 NC on top. Doug Deal was actually the head coach in 2014 when they won that championship. Brian Costello coached the team for the last 5 years, so I apologize if I got that backwards. Taken away by Miggy Teague, and Teague will hand it to Costello. Costello, entry pass to the paint. Ella Kay is going to travel with it first. Sheets had a step, turned around, and drug the pivot foot with her. Lady Wolverine basketball was 22-13. Natrona to start the quarter. It's currently 38-17 as we are right at the midway point. Here's Cloud Horse, left side, 2 banked up and in. Weetu's got 13. Baseline drive by Salinas. Shot was no good, and a rebound tracked down by Lady Wolverines. Here comes Paisley Jackson. She'll spot up for 3 and drain it. Paisley Jackson's got 5, her first triple of the ball game. Lady Wolverines on a small 5-0 run here, looking for more. Paisley almost took it away, but it's kept alive. Cameron Vance holds it up top for the Phillies. Go right side to Parks. She'll try a three. That's no good. Long rebound goes to Engstrom as Haley will walk it up the floor. Now give it up to Savannah Morton. Savannah directing traffic. Go right side around the perimeter to Paisley Jackson. Jackson scoop up a tough shot as she falls down in the paint. Couldn't get it to go. And here comes Natrona with numbers. Parks give it up to Sheets. Sheets up and in. Good. Cameron Vance to Ella K. Sheets. And Natrona has an 18-point lead at 40-22 with 2.5 to play. Jackson's three-pointer in the corner, no good. Morton grabs the rebound and is fouled. That's going to go against Alize Salinas, her first. Ball out of bounds to the Lady Wolverines. Lexi Taylor checks in for the Riverton ladies. Lexi, another one of those members of what looks to be a really good sophomore class for Riverton girls basketball. Tatum Tyra, Timbri Mathil, Taylon Leesburg, all sophomores. Shot was missed, but Haley Engstrom is there. Put it back up and in. Haley's first points of the game. Nice position there for Haley Engstrom. Salinas for three at the top. Alize Salinas into the activity with her first points. I'm going to have to look at this at halftime, but I think I've got 8 three-pointers in the first half for the Phillies. Shooting lights out here. They do not look like a 2-4 team. Pass is taken away momentarily, now knocked out of bounds. Will stay Phillies basketball. Pass was intercepted there by Cameron Vance. Nice job by the Philly defense, causing another turnover. Cloud Horse, after a real quick breather, will come back into the Riverton lineup. Miggy Teague back in for Natrona. Now they're going to say Riverton ball. I thought they said NC first, but a point to Riverton. The random observation I had about this court when I was down watching JV action earlier is there's a lot of lines on this court. There are 4 other basketball court lines from the hoops that fold down as Miggy Teague picked up her first foul right there. Ball out of bounds to the Lady Wolverines. Lines all over the place, and then you get the volleyball lines too. Entry pass intended for Taylor is in and out of her hands and taken away by Teague. Teague runner, shot no good hard, but it volleys right back to her. She'll reload to Ransom. 3, no. And rebound gathered in by Cammie Paskett. 1:23 to play second quarter on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Natrona ladies on top of Riverton, 43-24. RHS basketball. Paisley Jackson is fouled. That's the first on Lexi Ransom. Leesburg inbounds, gets it right back. Kicked basketball on a Natrona defender. Be ball out of bounds to Riverton again. Our sports director Wyatt Barijka telling me LCCC basketball playing here while their gym's being renovated too, so they've got the college line on the floor. Pass taken away by Miggy Teague. Teague at the distance, can't get it, but she's fouled by Cloud Horse, and Miggy's got 2 free throws straight ahead. That is the second personal on We2, the third Lady Wolverine foul of the quarter. My microphone collides with my Gatorade bottle as I try to bend down and look at the scoreboard for the billionth time. Miggy's first free throws, no good, too strong and off to the left. Teague with 2 points on the night thus far. Again, this NC team beat their rivals earlier this season, Kelly Walsh. They've also knocked off Evanston with this 2-4 start. Right now, they do not look like a 2-4 team as Teague can't hit the next free throw. Cloud Horse was there but stepped on the baseline. and it'll be ball out of bounds to Natrona. Coach Wolfson wants a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Give us a chance to thank our friends at Myers Gambles on Main Street in Lander. Myers Gambles has some of the best customer service around, and they offer free delivery within 30 miles of the store. That includes Riverton. They've got some great American-made brand appliances. Myers Gambles on Main Street. They remind you to turn around, shop in town. Also want to thank our friend Tyler Watson at State Farm Insurance in Riverton. Tyler's a proud Wolverine athletic supporter. At State Farm, they're ready to protect your future. Call Tyler Watson and his office this week, 856-4118. He can save you big bucks, and they are a great community supporter thanks to Tyler and State Farm in Riverton. NC basketball out of the timeout. Sheets will trigger it in. Goes to Elise Swan on the left side. She tries a three, couldn't get it, gets her own rebound, then promptly throws it to Lexi Taylor. 50 seconds to play in the first half. Riverton trying to get some momentum headed into the locker room, trailing 43-24 right now. Here's Leesburg slicing down the lane. Get it to go. Jalen Leesburg's first bucket of the contest. 30 seconds remaining second quarter. Ball on the floor. Leesburg comes away with it. Engstrom with good defensive pressure, and now Leesburg gonna throw it to, that's Cameron Costello, who came out of the pack with it. NC basketball. Costello feed the paint to Vance. Turnaround two is good. Pretty looking shot from Cameron Vance. So Cameron to Cameron. And 2 more points for NC. 2 seconds to play. See if Riverton can get a shot off here. They cannot. Loose ball will take us into the locker room. So Natrona comfortably on top at halftime here after a big last 10, 11 minutes or so. We went back and forth in about the first 5 minutes of the ball game. NC went on a late first quarter run, led 22-13 at the end of the first quarter. And at the intermission, it's Phillies 45, Lady Wolverines 26. The Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show is coming up here in just a couple of minutes. You are watching the Lady Wolverines on county10.com and listening on 105.1 Jack FM. Back in a quick 60 seconds with the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show.
County 10 is your Fremont County news leader. We're everywhere. On the web, mobile, social, and on your radio dial, with all the news you need to feel connected. From sports to board meetings and community features, we work hard to bring you all the latest updates you care about. Visit us today at county10.com. County 10, community connected.
Make your home improvement projects a breeze with Sutherland's, your home improvement experts. Always the right products at the right price. For every project, every day. You can shop and pay online at Sutherlands.com, and we'll get it ready for easy in-store pickup. With the tools and the know-how, you can count on Sutherlands for any job. With over 30,000 items in stock, make your first stop at Sutherland's Home Improvement in Casper and Riverton.
Back to the ball game. Here's the voice of Riverton Sports, Jared Anderson.
Welcome me back here to Story Gymnasium in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Day one of the James Johnson Winter Classic here from Cheyenne. Riverton's ladies trailing Natrona 45-26 at halftime. Halftime coverage is presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. The Wyoming Department of Transportation reminds you to wear your seatbelt every trip, every time, no matter how long or short your drive is in Wyoming. Seatbelts save lives. It's simple. Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. Thanks to YDOT for making our halftime coverage possible. Well, competitive first 5 minutes of the ball game. We traded leads 5 times. We were tied 4 times. Then Natrona went on an 8-0 run in the late stages of the first quarter, put them up 22-13, and at the half, it is a Phillies advantage of 45-26. Let's take a look at individual scoring numbers. Most of the Lady Wolverine offensive productivity coming by We2 Cloudhorse. We2 scored 11 first quarter points. She's got 13 first half points overall. She did pick up her second personal foul there in the second quarter. Aside from We2, Paisley Jackson has 5 points, including a three-pointer, and then it's spread out with 4 players with 2 points apiece: Taylin Leesburg, Savannah Morton, Haley Ingstrom, and Timbri Mathill. For the Natrona County Phillies, man, Lexi Ransom having a tremendous ball game. 4 3-pointers and 18 total points. Cameron Costello also in double digits. She's got 2 3-pointers and 10 total points. Then it goes 5 points for Elise Swan, 3 points for Ella K. Sheets, 3 points for Alize Salinas, 2 points for Cameron Vance, and 2 points for Miggy Teague. So as I count here obnoxiously on the radio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 3-pointers in the first half by the Natrona County Phillies, shooting the ball very, very well. So 45-26, NC on top of the Lady Wolverines here at the half. You see the Riverton boys going through shoot-around here on your screen at the intermission, taking a few warm-up shots, as is customary in Wyoming high school basketball at the half. And they will be coming up here as soon as this game is complete. Should be a fantastic boys game here later tonight, with the 4th-rated Natrona County Mustangs, who are 6-0, and the 5th-rated Riverton Wolverines. So you get the top 5 matchup in the WyoPreps.com coaches and media rankings, and a couple of teams that really battled hard with each other last year. I was talking to an officiating friend of mine who said he got to do one of the Riverton Natrona games and came away with the impression that last year these two teams didn't like each other very much. So we'll see how hard-fought this boys game is coming up here a little bit later this evening. If you're tuning in right now wondering where the boys game is, we're well behind our projected schedule. We started this one just about 40 minutes behind schedule. Was supposed to be a 6:30 girls tip-off, was more of a 7:10, maybe just a shade above 7:10 tip-off for the Lady Wolverines. So running a bit behind here from the James Johnson Winter Classic, but that's okay. We'll stay up late with you. We'll watch some basketball together, and then we get the opportunity to sleep in a little bit and do it all over again tomorrow. Jason and I do here as Riverton takes on Cheyenne South tomorrow. That is a projected 6 o'clock girls start. The boys at 7:30 from South High School. Saturday, we're on the road a little bit across southeastern Wyoming, where we'll head over to Laramie. My first time doing a game at their new gymnasium at Laramie High School, and the girls are projected to tip off at 1 o'clock, the boys at 2:30 on Saturday. All of those games for you right here, streaming video on County 10's YouTube channel, and of course you can listen on 105.1 Jack FM. At the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show, it is Natrona's Phillies 45, Riverton Lady Wolverines 26. We will take a timeout, bring you second half action right after this. You're watching the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
5 letters. 5 letters. Just think about, what am I doing right now? Smile. Smile? Uh-huh. This is so easy.
Nobody likes to be stopped by the police, but if I'd seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just might have saved her life.
This is Maven, award-winning optics for the adventurous. From binoculars to spotting scopes, Maven has you covered. Be prepared for scouting, wildlife watching, or any outdoor adventure. As a proud sponsor of local high school sports, we wish all the Fremont County athletes the best of luck this season. Visit mavenbuild.com for more information and to order. Maven, discover something new.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
Central Bank and Trust is a local bank that is focused on technology and convenience. We have a simpler online mortgage application process. You can use your computer or mobile device to upload required documents and sign them online. We have a variety of personal and business banking services. Stop in or visit centralbanktrust.com. We live here. We work here.
Watch the Wolverines on the County 10 YouTube page.
Welcome me back into the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. We are ready to resume the second half of Lady Wolverines and Natrona County Phillies here in just about a minute and a half. At the break, it's Natrona 45, Riverton 26. Don't remember a girls' game in a long time where I've seen 45 first-half points by a team. The NC Ladies really shooting well there through the first 16 minutes of this one. Exciting news pointed out by my camera operator, Jason Peterson, at the halftime there, watching boys shoot around with Derek DeVries in uniform for the RHS boys, going through the shoot-around warm-ups. I had heard through Coach Bo Sheets that he really wanted to play in the Flaming Gorge Classic after sustaining quite the ankle injury. Coach Sheets wasn't going to let him come back that quickly, though. Needed a little bit more time to heal, but do anticipate seeing him here at the James Johnson Winter Classic, which is great news, and Riverton's get their work cut out for them, not only tonight, but with a few tough opponents over the next 3 days. Thanks again to YDOT making our halftime show possible, reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time. Seatbelts save lives. We are set for third quarter action here from Natrona, from Astoria Gymnasium, as NC's ladies are taking some warm-up shots. Coach Bosner has the Lady Wolverines gathered around. We'll put up the third quarter graphic on your scoreboard for those of you following along on our YouTube channel. If you are watching right now and want to interact with us, let us know where you're watching from. Would love to give you a shout out here as the game continues. Love hearing where everybody's from, even if you're from back home in Riverton. We'd love to say hello to you tonight. Just drop that in the chat section there on the YouTube channel. It's NC basketball to start the third quarter. Elise Swan, Cameron Vance, Miggy Teague, Cameron Costello, and Alexi Ransom. Same starters out there. Taylin Leesburg, Savannah Morton, Weetu Cloudhorse, Haley Ingstrom, and Paisley Jackson. The Riverton lineup as they settle into their zone defense to start the third quarter. Swan will try a three right off the bat from the corner, knocked out of bounds off of a Lady Wolverine hand. Will give NC a second chance at this. I'm glad Wyatt Barijka mentioned that Laramie County Community College is playing basketball here, because I see a brand new shot clock box installed in this gym. There's Elise Swan for two from the right side, and I was wondering about that earlier, but would make sense that it's installed for junior college basketball. Pass ahead of Paisley Jackson goes out of bounds, turnover to the Phillies. Shot clock, of course, not running here at Wyoming High School basketball, although that is something that is on the table, I've heard, from the Wyoming High School Activities Association in the coming years, and I would be kind of surprised if we don't get to that point. I think maybe the biggest hurdle is the installation and the use of the shot clock at some of the smaller gyms throughout the state, keeping it consistent with 4A teams all the way down to 1A schools. Leesburg has it at the top, ran some aggressive defense. Jackson Now uses screen from Haley Engstrom, picks up her dribble, will let a long 2 fly and knock it down. Pretty shot by Paisley Jackson. She's got 7. First points of the second half for the Lady Wolverines. They trail Natrona 47-28. We've played a minute 20 here in the third quarter. Engstrom will take it away for the Lady Wolverines in transition on the run. Will slow it up to Leesburg, left alone for a college 3 that is no good off to the left side. And Lexi Ransom will track a long ball out of bounds, swatted away by Engstrom. Stays with the Phillies. I should have just found a way to mic Wyatt up tonight from Riverton. 3 is no good. Rebound tracked down by Miggy Teague. She reloads to Vance, and we 2 Cloud Horses there for the rebound. Wyatt says that it's the shot clock we were talking about earlier is likely coming to Wyoming High School basketball in the 25-26 season. So that'll be very interesting for sure. NC basketball, Elise Swan zigging and zagging through defenders. Hand back to Cameron Costello. Left side, long 2 is no good. Dish pans out. And rebound tracked down by Engstrom. Haley across the time stripe finds Savannah Morton. Morton up top with the right-hand dribble. Surveys the floor. Wanted Jackson on a backdoor cut. Jackson's able to get it. Long 2 is even longer. No good. Rebound temporarily tracked down by Natrona. Now loose ball, bodies on the floor. Teague will scoop it up. Shot is no good. Cloud Horse is slow to get up. Hopefully We2's okay. She does get back to her feet now. Paisley Jackson save it along the Riverton baseline. Hand to Engstrom, and Engstrom is swatted. Man, there were girls down all over the place there. We2, I think, took the brunt of one of the collisions as she's slow to get up. Gets a pat on the back from Cameron Vance. And free throws are coming up after the pile-up from Haley Engstrom. First for Haley is good. Haley's 3rd point. Cami Paskett and Lexi Taylor return to the RHS lineup. Want to say hello to Dwayne watching from Riverton. Dwayne says, go Wolverines. And hello to Denise, who says, go Wolverines. Haley will knock them both down, cut the RHS deficit to 17 here. 5:13 to play, third quarter action on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Shot is missed by the Phillies. Long rebound hustled down by Taylin Leesburg, who was pushed and fouled. It'll be Riverton basketball with the length of the floor to bring it. That was the second personal foul on Cameron Costello. Actually, they've got 3 on the scoreboard here. I had 2. So we'll defer to them. Pass intercepted by Lexi Ransom. NC right back at it. Boy, Lexi is quick. Long 2 is no good. Fight for the rebound. And finally a tie-up. It'll give it to the Lady Wolverines. There were 3 players just kind of wrestling with the basketball for a while. Called the jump ball. Full court pressure established again by NC. Resulted in a turnover last time. Here's Leesburg looking for Cloud Horse. Zipped a bullet in there that goes out of bounds. Right idea, maybe just a little too much mustard. 47-30. Phillies on top. 4:43, I think, as I can see part of the numbers. Third quarter. 3 is up and good by Joss Behrens. Behrens now with 5 points, and Natrona extends their lead to 20. Cloud Horse will break the full court pressure. Cloud Horse, tough shot, can't get it to go. She's knocked to the floor and fouled. And is that Costello again? I'm going to say Elike Sheets. Costello wound up helping Cloud Horse up, and she's got 3 fouls, so I thought maybe that was going to go against Cameron, but they'll say it does not. First from Weed 2 is good. She's got 14 points on the evening, and 1 more free throw. Second one is too strong off the back of the iron. Rebound hustled down by Ransom. Long pass for Costello. Can't get it. Follow by Sheets is good. Elike Sheets now with 5, and here's a turnover in backcourt that's turned right back over to Riverton and a jump ball. Loose ball, a couple of sloppy passes, and after the tie-up, it will be NC possession. For those of you wondering, James Johnson, the namesake of the James Johnson Winter Classic, is a Cheyenne East graduate, NBA player. I would say gained most of his NBA fame from his time with the Atlanta Hawks, was a good contributor there. He's still active as well. He's bounced around the league quite a bit, and most recently is a member of the Indiana Pacers. Pacers having a fun start to their season, the in-season tournament champions, which some NBA fans may roll their eyes at, but good start for some fun for Pacers fans. 3 is no good by Paisley Jackson. Then Jackson is knocked hard to the floor. She'll take an extra moment to get up. Now is helped to her feet by Cloud Horse and Engstrom. And personal foul will be assessed to Alize Salinas. That is her second. Riverton basketball. Savannah Morton hands to Jackson. She'll try another 3. That time it's good. Paisley Jackson with her second three-pointer of the game. She's got 10. Closing in on 3 minutes to play third quarter on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Long 2 is swished by Alize. Pretty shot there. These NC girls, a lot of contributors offensively and defensively. They're getting it done with that pressure too. Here's another forced turnover. Salinas' shot is no good, but a rebound by Behrens goes up strong. She gets it to go and is fouled. Joss Behrens is there with an opportunity at a three-point play. So Joss Behrens toes the mark. Lets her 1 free throw fly. It bounces over the rim and in. Extends NC's lead 57-35. They still haven't put those last 3 points on the scoreboard yet, I don't think. Keep an eye on that for you. The scoreboard in the building, not the scoreboard on your screen at counting10.com. Jackson working hard against an aggressive defender. Rebound came to Cloud Horse. Now another try for Jackson. She can't get it to go, and after 3 misses, it's taken away by the Phillies. Sheets fouled on the floor. That's going to go against Paisley Jackson with the hand check, her second. And team foul number 2 of the third quarter on Riverton. Be ball out of bounds to the Phillies. In the paints, the lob to Costello, up and in for an easy 2. Poked away by Lexi Ransom. I've still got a 1-point differential from what I've got on the scoreboard and what they've got. They added 1 point on the last 2-pointer. And there they go. They are rapidly changing the scoreboard here at the gymnasium, so At some point, they'll settle on Natrona's score. Right now, they've got it at 60-35. Pass down low for Vance. Shot turnaround, no good. And rebound ripped down, taken away by Leesburg. Here's Jackson, right side baseline. Look up top for Engstrom. Swivel around to Cloud Horse. Wee 2, tough shot that's contested, and Wee 2 draws the contact. That's going to go against Cameron Vance, her second personal. Team foul number 5. Wee 2's got free throws. Really looked like we were in for a competitive game in the first few minutes of the first quarter. A lot of scoring both ends as Cloud Horse's first one is too strong, no good. Then it was that 8-0 run at the end of the first quarter that gave Natrona a 22-13 first quarter advantage. Wee 2 knocks down the second of 2. Shot missed by Vance, gets the rebound back to her. Can't get the second attempt to go, and Engstrom is there to take it away. Outlet to Savannah Morton, who walks it up the floor with 1:12 remaining third quarter. Cloud Horse gives it to Paisley. Paisley's got Teague on her defensively. Now go right side outside to Morton. Morton circles around, can't get it to go. Hard off the back of the glass. Knocked away out of bounds off of Elise Swan's hand last, so it'll stay with Riverton. Paisley's been knocked to the floor a few times tonight. Got tripped up again there. Pass to Cloud Horse. Good cut. Lay it up and in. Wee 2's got 17 points. By far the leading scorer for these Lady Wolverines. 60-37, the Natrona advantage now. 38 seconds to play third quarter. Ball on the floor, scooped up by Paisley Jackson. Here comes the Riverton ladies. Give it up to Cloud Horse, one-on-one. Get it to go, and she's fouled. Engstrom with the pass. Give credit to Paisley Jackson for the defensive play, and Wee 2 has an opportunity for a three-point play and to make this a 40-point game. Free throw is in and out, no good. Lexi Ransom will take it away. Ransom hasn't scored this quarter yet, as pass intended for Cameron Costello goes into the first row of the seats. Will be Riverton basketball with 22 seconds remaining third quarter. Engstrom to Leesburg. She's got Cloud Horse in the corner now. 10 seconds to play in the quarter, and here comes Ransom. Take it away. Alexi Ransom lose the handle out of bounds. Ransom stole it, raced into the front court, had pressure behind her from Leesburg, but just lost the handle. Now with 5 seconds, Riverton's got to bring it the length of the floor if they want to get a shot off here in the third quarter. Paisley's going to heave it just inside the half-court line, can't get it to go. And at the end of 3, it is Natrona 60, Riverton 39. Come on back for the final 8 minutes of this one with us. We're back in 60 seconds on 105.1 Jack FM and streaming video on County 10's YouTube channel.
Looking for an upgrade to your vehicle? Wyoming 4x4 is the place to go for all your upgrade needs. From lift kits to bumpers, grill guards to bed liners, we've got everything you need to take your ride to the next level. We use top brands for our bumpers like Fab 4s, Ranch Hand, and Road and more. So get your vehicle ready and stop at Wyoming 4x4 or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion in the Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach programs. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Proud to support the Wolverines and Lady. Proud to support the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines. We are County10.com.
Welcome you back inside Story Gymnasium here from Cheyenne, day one of the James Johnson Winter Classic. Jared Anderson here, Jason Peterson to my right, running the camera, making everything look good here from Story Gymnasium. After 3, it's the Natrona County Phillies 60, the Riverton Lady Wolverines 39. Good pass down low for Costello right out of the stoppage, and Cameron Costello's got 2 more points to her ledger. She has 14 now. We2 Cloud Horse has a game-high 19. Lexi Ransom did not score that quarter. She has 18 to lead the way for the Phillies. And here's an RHS foul quickly in the 4th. That is going to be the 3rd on Paisley. And team foul number 1. Here, the 4th quarter. Mentioned it a couple of times as Lexi Ransom spots up for a long 2 that's no good. Tipped around on the rebound, and it comes all the way back out to Elise Swan, who is pushed and fouled. Mentioned it a few times at the Flaming Gorge tournament, but personally, for what it's worth, and my opinion's not worth much, but a big fan of the new free throw rules that if you have a lot of fouls in the 1st or 3rd quarter, they get erased in the 2nd and 4th. And I think the pace of play has improved a lot since that rule has come into effect in Wyoming high school basketball. So if you're new to the rule, 5 fouls per quarter, and then you get the bonus. And there are no more 1-and-1s. They're all double bonus attempts. NC basketball as Elise Swan inbounds in her front court. Give it to Lexi Ransom. Ransom's got Paskett on her defensively, and there's the first points of the second half. Lexi faked right, went left, and created some space. Gets the layup off the glass to go. Teague with the interception for Natrona. Another Riverton turnover. Phillies flying around the floor. Good entry pass for Cameron Vance. Lay it up and in. Cameron Costello. Costello points back at Vance, and it's all Natrona right now, 66-39. Coach Bosner wants a 30-second timeout. J.R. Wolson applauding his Phillies effort in his first year as head coach. We mentioned in the Porter's Tailgate show that Wolson might be a first-year head coach, but he's certainly been around this Natrona program a long time. In fact, he's a Natrona County alumni, played football and basketball there, and then was an assistant under Coach Deal and Costello at NC. Part of the coaching staff in that 2014 state championship. Said his goal is to qualify for state this year. They won 11-14 last year, didn't qualify. Said team first mentality, wants a tough work ethic. Said he's a tough coach and hopes that his ladies reflect that on the floor. Right side, outside, Paisley Jackson now with it. Natrona settles back in their zone. Jackson's double team does a good job finding Leesburg, who was open up top for a moment. Leesburg to Engstrom. Haley couldn't get it, but she's fouled. Some nice ball movement there, albeit only 2 passes. Jackson got trapped in the corner, found Leesburg, and then Leesburg quickly dished it inside to a temporarily open Haley Engstrom, who draws the foul. First of 2 for Haley will rattle home. 5th point of the ball game for Haley, 3 of them on free throws. That's the second fly, and that one is short. No good off the front of the rim. Vance is there for the rebound. Outlet to Ransom. Now Teague in the corner, open 3. That's no good, and rebound is ripped away by We2. Cloud Horse will wait and hand back to Leesburg, who starts up the Riverton offense. Taylin goes to Jackson, square to the basket, has it knocked out of bounds. They're going to say off of Paisley last, though. May have hit her on the thigh coming down, but definitely looked like the defender swatted it away. Coach Wolfson is going to send in a line change. As I thought 5 were going to check in, now we'll send 2 back, so he's got 3 new Phillies into the contest here after a free throw, which is coming up for Casey Parks. First one is no good front of the rim. See Salinas, Barons, and Sheets return for the Phillies. Tatum Tyra checks into the Riverton lineup. Saw Tyra play quite a bit of JV action before this one. Both JV boys and girls losing to Natrona. Both free throws no good. Ransom is there to keep it alive for the Phillies. We've played 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. It's Natrona 66, Riverton 40. It's been all Natrona since about the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Another Riverton foul and more free throws coming up here as the fourth personal just went to Paisley Jackson there. Foul on the floor. Looks like Paisley's going to stay out there too with those 4 fouls. First free throw is good for Lexi. She's got 21 points now. And as soon as I say that, here comes Kemi Paskett to the scorer's desk to let Paisley have a rest with those 4 fouls. Second free throw is also good. Extends it to a 28-point lead. Good look from Leesburg down low to Tatum Tyra, lay it up, and then Tatum, who has just checked in with the bucket and her first points. Floater quickly the other way is good by Ransom. 2 Lady Wolverines get tangled and knocked to the floor as Morton and Cloud Horse both go down. It is 70-42 Natrona, and ball sails out of bounds. We'll head back to the Phillies. They'll look for more here. It was a promising start to the ball game with Riverton shooting really well, feeling pretty good about themselves, but Natrona red-hot shooting, really aggressive defensively, and some unforced errors by the Lady Wolverines too have resulted in this to just kind of become a landslide as Costello will hit another triple. She's got 19 points now for the NC ladies. Here's Cloud Horse, right side baseline, pivot around, give it back to Leesburg. Leesburg now has Ingstrom on the right side block. Turnaround 2 is no good, but she is fouled by Elike Sheets. And Haley goes right back to the line where she just hit 1 of 2. Coming up, we'll go into a real quick Bailey Tyranato post-game show. We'll select our Tyler Watson State Farm Player of the Game, and we will also have a very quick second Porter's Tailgate show. First free throw for Tyra is good. 3 points for Tatum, who's had a nice scoring effort off the bench here. Second free throw is also good. Pretty shot there. (73-44) NC on top of Riverton. Still 4:44 to play in the contest. Ball knocked out of bounds. Stays NC basketball. Lob to Vance. Can't get the shot to go, and Leesburg gathers it. Went to a low dribble, is pushed and fouled. That will go on Barons, her first. Team foul number 3. Ball out of bounds. to the Riverton ladies, as we'll see a couple of Lady Wolverines return to the lineup. Paisley Jackson is back in with those 4 fouls. And Haley Engstrom, after a real quick breather, I think is back out there too. She is. Leesburg, give it to Morton, right side around the perimeter. Savannah works it to Jackson for 3. That's no good. Jackson kind of had to go to her hip. She's going to get it back, though. Try another 3. That's no good from the same spot. And Paisley is knocked to the floor after the shot. Foul goes on Costello, so that's Cameron's 4th. And it's ball out of bounds to the Lady Wolverines. So Cameron Costello and Paisley Jackson both with 4 fouls apiece. A couple of the leading scorers too. Cameron with 19, Paisley with 10. Good bounce pass from Leesburg to Morton, lay it up and in. Savannah Morton's got 4 credits. Taylin Leesburg with the nice assist. Hook shot in the paint by Behrens is no good. Left well short. Taken out of there by Haley Engstrom. Here's Jackson spinning 2 right side and shot no good, but Weetu is there. Went back up strong. Couldn't get it to go. Weetu draws the contact. Want to thank Wyoming 4x4, wishing Fremont County athletes the best of luck. They're located north of Riverton, your one-stop shop for all your vehicle upgrades, from lifts to bumpers and bedliners. Call Wyoming 4x4. First for We2 is good. Cloud Horse has had quite a ball game. 20 points now, looking for 21 right here. Front of the rim, no good. Long rebound. Comes all the way out to Casey Parks. NC will reload. Should be a really fun boys contest coming up in a bit. We were supposed to get this boys game going 15 minutes ago, so if you're tuned in waiting for that, we are well behind schedule here, although I think we're slowly making up a little bit of time in this game. Riverton foul free throws coming for Natrona now. That is on Engstrom. No, it's on Cloud Horse, I beg your pardon. We2's 3rd. 73-46, it's been all NC most of the way through, as the first of 2 for Sheets is no good off to the right side. Should be the return of Derek DeVries to the Riverton boys lineup, number 4 and number 5 in the state, and Riverton trying to hand Natrona's boys their first loss of the season. See if they can do it here in just a few moments. Here's Taylin Leesburg at the top, backs it way up top, behind the back dribble, and she'll go down the lane now. Pass in traffic, tipped and finally gathered in by Savannah Morton. Morton, skip pass for Jackson, who's wanted it for a long time. Can't get the 3 to go. Cloud Horse, good position again. She's knocked hard to the floor, and free throws are coming up for We2. That is the second personal on Behrens, 5th team foul. First for We2 is good. She's got 21 now. We're just inside of 3 minutes to play in regulation. Second for Cloud Horse, front of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, comes to Jackson, who somehow gets it to go. Falls backwards, kind of somersaults backwards, and is fouled. Paisley Jackson with an athletic stick back, and free throw coming up next. She'll toe the mark, let it fly, and get it to go. So 3 quick points from Paisley on the rebound. Got the deficit to 24. Still fun to see these Riverton kids competing despite the large deficit. And there's a 10-second violation on Riverton in backcourt. Natrona had trouble handling it there for a while, but give credit to the Riverton defenders, too, for being right there in their grill. Morton up top with the dribble. Backdoor cut. Paisley Jackson gathers it, spins around, gets it to go. Boy, the last 5 points from Paisley Jackson have been impressive. Behrens to Emily Biggs, who's recently checked in. There's Salinas at the top, banking a 3 in. So much has fallen for Natrona, and you'll take a bank if it goes in, that's for sure. Cloudhorse going to get some more free throws. I mentioned I thought we were moving a little more quickly in this game and may get to that boys game, but ever since I've mentioned that, it seems like we've had a whole lot of whistles, which is not a shot at the referees. It's just how the game's going. Is there's Cloudhorse, who gets the first one up and good. Looks like 2:07, I think, on the clock. Could be 2:01, as I have mentioned several times. I can't see it very well from our vantage point here above the rafters at Story Gym. A nice move by Salinas to get to the rack. Left the shot short, though. Here's a 3 from Paisley Jackson the other way that's long, and Savannah Morton gets a really long rebound to keep it alive for Riverton here. Right side, outside, back to Paisley. Paisley, use a screen, keep the dribble alive for a moment. Now double teamed, will pick it up, and Alize Salinas steals it for a moment. Stolen right back by Leesburg at midcourt, though. Here's Jackson spotting up wide open for 3. Good. Paisley Jackson now has 18. Biggs across the timeline. We got a whistle in backcourt, and I think a foul on Leesburg. It is on Taylin. That's just the first for Taylin, the 5th Riverton foul, though, which means we walk from half court down to the free throw line with 1:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. First free throw is no good, short. One more on the way. Second one is also no good by Shelby Baker. There's a 3 by Salinas on the long rebound. She gathers it in, lets it fly from the corner, and makes it 80-56. NC ladies. An 80-point night for Natrona as we're inside of a minute to play. Jackson from the right side baseline. Boy, Paisley has just taken over the last couple of minutes of this game. She's got 10 points make it 12 points as there's Paisley again. 12 points in about 2.5 minutes of gameplay. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Stays NC basketball. We're at 39 seconds to play, so NC is going to win their 3rd game of the season and improve to 3-4. Lady Wolverines are going to drop to 2-6. Foul in backcourt on Morton. Coach Bosner having some fun with his kids on the bench. I see smiles and some high fives, and maybe giving some of his bench players a little bit of grief, and they're giving it right back to him. So good to see the relationships continuing to build with the first-year head coach as the free throw is knocked down by Behrens. She'll knock them both in. And with 32 seconds to play in the contest, Riverton will have at least one more chance with the basketball. Leesburg has it way up top. Taylin hand it to Savannah Morton. Morton tried to find Paisley Jackson, but her pass is taken away. Now tipped and taken right back. Jackson will try a 3. Turnaround 2 is no good. And Shelby Baker will hustle down the long rebound. Some of the sub-varsity players out there for Natrona trying to get a shot up. Baker's shot was no good, skimmed the bottom of the net. And with 3 seconds to play in the ball game, we'll see if Riverton throws one up at the buzzer. It's Leesburg to do it, and she knocks it down from just inside a half court. Taylin Leesburg, who falls to the floor, and I hope Taylin isn't hurt here. She is definitely favoring her right leg and her left leg, and it looks like she might just be cramping up there. She's going to get stretched out. Hits an impressive three-point buzzer beater shot, though, as we've gone final here from this one. All Natrona in an impressive 82-63 victory tonight here from Story Gym. Coming up in 60 seconds, we will have a very quick Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Recap this one, select our Tyler Watson State Farm Player of the Game, and we will get into our coverage of boys basketball here in just a bit. Once again, the final score, the Natrona County Phillies 82, the Riverton Lady Wolverines 63. We're back in 60 seconds to wrap this one up on 105.1 Jack FM and streaming video at county10.com.
Kane & Associates. CPAs is your go-to source for tax, financial, and business solutions. Our experienced professionals are trusted and know the numbers. We're dedicated to providing personalized attention to each of our clients. Whether you're an individual or a business, we're here to help with all your accounting needs. Let us do the math for you. Stop in or visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more.
Introducing Wioglass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose Wioglass. Visit us at wioglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Watch the Wolverines on the County 10 YouTube page.
Welcome you into the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Bailey Tire and Auto Services. They've got 2 full-service tire shops in Riverton and Lander. And, of course, the convenient pit stop locations, 3 of them in Riverton, 1 in Lander. And they've got that delicious Speedway Cafe as well. Thanks to Bailey Tire and Auto Service for making Riverton basketball possible. After the first of 2 here tonight, the Natrona County Phillies knock off the Riverton Lady Wolverines 82-63. Was a relief to everybody, I think, to see that Taylin Leesburg looked like she may have been cramping up there at the end. She hit the impressive near half-court buzzer beater to end it, went down. You saw her injured on your screen there as we went to break, but she was able to be helped up and had a little bit of a limp off, but appeared to be largely okay. So we'll get an update on that for you tomorrow ahead of the girls' game, hopefully. And keep an eye on Taylin Leesburg, but I think just a bit of a cramping situation there, hopefully. All right, let's take a look at final scoring numbers in this one here quickly as we start with the Riverton Lady Wolverines, who drop to 2-6 overall. We two Cloudhorse and Paisley Jackson finish with team high honors at 22 points. Then it goes 5 points for Taylin Leesburg, 5 points for Haley Ingstrom, 4 points for Tatum Tyra, and 2 points for Timbri Mathill. For the Natrona County Phillies, Lexi Ransom has a game-high 24 points. Cameron Costello finished with 19 points. Joss Behrens finishes with 10. Alize Salinas finishes with 11 as well. So 4 in double figures there for the NC ladies. Elise Swan finishes with 7. LK Sheets with 6. And let's see here, 2 points for Miggy Teague. That rounds out the scoring, but a balanced effort, 4 in double figures for Natrona. They just shot the lights out. Very impressive from behind the arc, and I thought a really great job overall from a team that suffered some tough losses in December, but they look like they're poised for maybe a run here in 2024. Those Phillies look like they're in good shape under first-year coach J.R. Wolson. It's time to select our Tyler Watson State Farm Players of the Game. If the Lady Wolverines lose, I always like to pick a couple of of them. One from the victorious team, which I'll give the nod to Cameron Costello. I thought you could give it to Lexi Ransom, who had the game-high 24 points, but I thought Costello was equally impressive with 19 points offensively. She had a lot of great defensive moments as well. So Cameron Costello's who I'll pick from Natrona. Jason and I in agreement on who the Lady Wolverines player of the game should be. The Witu Cloudhorse, I thought, maybe had her best game of the season. She had an impressive 22 points and a whole lot of rebounds, was in great position both offensively and defensively all game. Witu Cloudhorse, our player of the game, thanks to Tyler Watson at State Farm. Tyler's a proud Wolverine athletic supporter, and at State Farm, they're ready to protect your future. Give Tyler a call at 856-4118 for all your insurance needs. Thanks to Tyler Watson and State Farm Insurance. All right, we will make the transition into boys basketball here in just a couple of moments. You've been watching the Lady Wolverines and listening to them on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Why do we enforce seatbelt laws? Because in real life, you don't get a second chance.
The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
Wolverine basketball is on the air. Let's go courtside with the voice of the Wolverines, Jared Anderson.
Welcome you into our second Porter's Tailgate show as we are set for boys basketball, and it's an all-ranked matchup here in the nightcapper from Story Gymnasium. It's the fourth-rated Natrona County Mustangs and the fifth-rated Riverton Wolverines in the latest YOPreps.com coaches and media poll. Natrona comes into this contest unbeaten at 6-0. They've had a great start to the season. Riverton comes in at 4-3. Would love to hand the Mustangs their first loss of the season. They've played a team in common as well. They played Grace, Idaho, both of these teams, at the Flaming Gorge tournament before Christmas. The NC won against Grace 65-48. Riverton also knocked off Grace pretty handily there, so tough to tell much with that common opponent other than these two teams could be pretty tough on paper, at least as far as that common opponent is concerned. NC is coached by Kurt Paddock in his second year. This NC team is looking to improve and already off to a better start than they were last year for sure. They went 11-14 last year, did not qualify for the state tournament, and that is rare when it comes to Natrona. They've won state championships in 2015, 2010, 2009, 2005, and 2001. The most recent 5 championships in their long history of a whole lot of basketball championships there. Some of the names to watch, keep an ear or an eye out for in this one. NC led by Colton Rogers here on the young season. He averages 14 points per game and nearly 4 assists per game. Connor White is also a key contributor to this NC team. Leads them in rebounds with 8 rebounds a game and averages 11.5 points per game. Tanner Hayes Hagar is having an excellent start to the year, 8 points per game, and Brian Salazar not far behind him, technically at 7.8 points per game. We can round up and call it 8 as well for Brian. Riverton led by Parker Paxton, averaging 21 points per game in the early season. Dre Monroe is the team's leading rebounder, 5.5 boards per game, 9.5 points per game. Ty Sheets, also a key contributor and senior for this team, with 7.5 points per game. And you may see on your screen that Derek DeVries is back warming up in the Riverton lineup. So that's very, very good news for Riverton. We will see if he gets the full go-ahead or maybe on a limited basis today. We'll have to keep an eye on that here as things progress. Riverton gathers around their head coach, Bo Sheets, who is in his 6th year. Riverton will be in their white uniforms. NC in black and orange uniforms. Glad you're with us. Again, Jared Anderson, Jason Peterson with you high atop Story Gymnasium. Could not possibly be higher. In fact, we can touch the ceiling from here almost. Yeah. Jason is just about ready to jump through the ceiling, I think. There's a ladder in here, too. I'm not sure where this goes except on the ceiling, because you can't get much higher than we are here from this vantage point, but hopefully you're able to see everything on the floor okay from way down there. Looks like Derek DeVries has the warm-ups off and will be in the Riverton starting lineup. So Riverton will start like this. Number 1 is a senior. First game of the season since the ankle injury early on in practice for Derek DeVries. Number 2 is Ty Sheets. Sheets also a senior. Number 4, Dre Monroe, another one of the senior leaders. And Hunter Hauk is wearing number 24. Parker Paxton, number 12, gets the nod for the Wolverines as well. Looks like I've got one change for the Natrona roster. I'll get to that on the fly here. Both teams out there, they don't do starting lineups, which doesn't help me. Hayel Reyes gets the start, number 0. Number 1 is Colton Rogers. Number 4, Neven Coleman. 13 is Brian Salazar. 24 is Connor White. And we are underway. You're fine. Coach Bosner is offering to come up and chat. I don't have time for him, unfortunately, at this point, but we'll chat with him again on the Porter's Tailgate Show tomorrow. Ball knocked out of bounds. Good defensive pressure by NC. NC won the tip there as I was trying my best to do sign language with them, which I'm not good at with Coach Bosner, but we'll get him and hopefully a Lady Wolverine or two on the broadcast tomorrow for you. NC basketball here for their first half-court set. It's Coleman with it. Now hands to Rogers. Rogers goes down the lane and is bumped and fouled. That's going to go against Derek DeVries. So, unfortunately for Derek, his first mention in the stat column is a personal foul. If you're watching along with us on our YouTube page, as in deep as Connor White, lay it up and in. Natrona's got the first points of the game. Invite you to interact with us. Feel free to drop a comment, add to the conversation. Let us know where you're watching from. Derek's first shot is a 3 that's left short. No good. Rebound tracked down by Reyes. Reyes, take it away. Go up top now to Rogers. Zip it around to Salazar for 3. Brian Salazar gonna knock it down, and Natrona's got the first 5 points here early on. Sheets on the dribble at the top. Ty is hounded defensively. Now give it to Dre Monroe. He'll try a 3. That's too strong off the backboard. Colton Rogers soars in for the rebound. Rogers going to go coast to coast, lay it up and in, and he's fouled. And the Mustangs are off of the bench, cheering him on, along with head coach Kurt Paddock. NC with a flurry to start this game. Seven to nothing. Make it 8-0. Paxton Go to the corner now to Hauk. Up top, Derek DeVries. DeVries down the lane, scoop up a shot, and he's got it. Derek DeVries, first points of the game, first points of the season for the Riverton senior, who's battled that ankle injury. Looked not hesitant at all on the ankle right there. Salazar, hold it. Right side, outside, wing it around to Reyes. Now Rogers down the lane, stop right elbow, fade away, can't get it to go, and Dre is there to take away the rebound. Monroe, outlet to Parker. Parker, contested three, drain it. Parker does not need much space, got a pretty shot away and sunk it. And Riverton has answered Natrona's early advantage with 5 in a row. Feed the paint. Turnaround 2 is no good. That was Connor White on the shot. Couldn't get it to go, but he is slapped across the wrist and fouled. And they'll say Hunter Hauk picks up his first personal. First and 2 for Connor is going to rattle home. Thanks again to Porter Supply Company, our pregame show sponsor. They're at Sunset and Federal in Riverton. Second free throw in and out, no good. Hauk up high for the board. 4-point NC lead. We have played 2.5 minutes. Feels like a lot's happened in 2.5 minutes. DeVries down the lane. Tough shot. Not going to drop, but he's fouled. And even Coleman picks up his first personal. Derek's first is good. 3 points so far in Derek's return. Let's the second one go, and that will rattle around and stay out. Rebound taken down by White. Here comes Rogers. Crosses the time stripe, is met right there by Parker Paxton. Now Reyes. Dribble it off his foot, able to gather it back in though. As Salazar open for 2 in the corner, and that was no good. And Paxton quickly pushes it the other way. Parker gets some separation, fancy dribbling, can't get the 2 from the right side to go. And White again will clear the rebound. Salazar, D'd up by Ty Sheets. 3 is not going to be good for Reyes, but the putback is there from Connor White. Lay it up and in. Connor's got 5 points, and NC extends their lead to 5 points. 11-6 here on your Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Sheets spins in the lane, right hand soft touch, got it. Ty Sheets' first bucket. Ty regarded as one of the best defenders on the team. Also averages 7.5 points per game as Reyes. Behind the back dribble, almost got Parker to bite, but he gathers himself defensively very well there. Shot was altered by DeVries, no good, and rebounded out by Dre Monroe, who was pushed and fouled in backcourt by Coleman. That is the second personal on Coleman. He's got both of the NC fouls, and he's going to check out. We'll also see Blake Gattenbein and Ryan Cox into the Riverton lineup for the first time. Paxton uses screen, real tough shot that is slapped away out of bounds. Stays Riverton basketball. Parker had a full head of steam and then ran into a couple of trees down low and tried to scoop something up. Didn't get much, but luckily for Riverton, it was swatted away off a Natrona defender. DeVries, the outstanding Riverton quarterback on the football field. Good to see him on the basketball court. Here's Gattenbein, 3, good. Blake Gattenbein, who also played quarterback a little bit this season from Derek DeVries. Is that just a 2? I got 2 on the scoreboard. I thought I saw the hand go up, but maybe I missed it. Just a 2. NC 1-point lead for the moment. Knocked out of bounds. Goes to Riverton off of a Natrona hand last. So ball out of bounds. Right back to the Wolverines. 3:03 to play first quarter. It's Natrona 11, Riverton 10. Got this one started 35 minutes later than we anticipated. Same situation for the girls' varsity action. We had some JV games that just wouldn't end. NC's JVs knocking off both Riverton's boys and girls pretty handily. Sheets, right side, outside, Gattenbein. He baseline drive, shovel a pass to Ryan Cox. Spins, gets it to go. Pretty shot, Ryan Cox. And he gives Riverton a 1-point advantage. Riverton's first lead of the ball game. Rogers from the top 3. That's no good. White muscles away the rebound, put it back up and in. So Riverton's first lead of the game is short-lived as Natrona goes back up by 1. And we trade leads 13-12 to 17 to play first quarter action. Here's Parker Paxton, stop left side elbow. Parker spins around, ends back to Sheets. Ty between the legs dribble. Defender just daring him to go with the left hand. He does. Soft touch shot from Ty Sheets again is good, and Ty puts Riverton back up by a point. Second lead change of the game. Screen from Rogers. Jump stop. Tough shot. Can't get it to go. White put back is no good, but he's fouled. And man, Connor White, a big impact on this game already. Connor averaging 11 points and 8 rebounds a game. That was Ty Sheets' first personal, by the way. The 4th team foul on the Wolverines. Connor's first is good. Ties us up for now at 14s. Dre Monroe returns to the Wolverine lineup. Second from White is strong off the backboard. Tough rebound will be knocked away and gathered in by Natrona. Tanner Hagar, who's just checked in off the bench, ultimately scooped it up to the rim by Rogers. Couldn't get the shot to go. Knocked out of bounds off of Riverton last and will stay NC basketball. Josiah Coleman will check in. Lob to Rogers through the paint. Left-hand shot off the glass. 2 is good for Colton Rogers. And so a couple of chances there for Natrona will give them a 2-point lead. Here it's stolen in backcourt by Colton Rogers. He'll hand to Coleman. Back to Rogers. Fadeaway 2 from the left side is no good. And DeVries is there for the rebound. DeVries is fouled in backcourt. Coach Sheets is arguing a case about something with one of the officials as well, as Colton Rogers will get a personal foul. I have a feeling that's not what Coach Sheets was arguing about, though. Pressure established by Natrona, just kind of token full court pressure as they back off now. Paxton asking for a screen. Give it to DeVries. Derek hangs in the air, finds Hauk on the right side block. Back up top to Paxton for 3. That's no good. Left it short. And rebound tracked down by Reyes. Reyes up top to start the NC offense. Rogers scoop up a circus shot that doesn't find its way to the rim. Taken away by Monroe. Monroe has it slapped away from him, out of bounds. Stays Riverton basketball. Good hustle play by Rogan Potter. And we'll see Nomar Gonzalez check into the NC lineup. So NC going pretty deep in their bench here in the first quarter. 32 seconds to play, by the way, first quarter action. Mustangs on top of the Wolverines by a bucket, 16-14. Riverton basketball. Paxton directing traffic way up top. Now give it up to DeVries. Derek will let a well beyond college three go, and it goes in, hit the front of the rim and snuck over. There's Coleman. Going to be charged with a charge as Dre Monroe is in there to take the player control foul with just 4.8 seconds remaining in the quarter. Good heads-up defensive play by Dre Monroe to hang in there and take the charge. Riverton trying to add to their lead here before the break. Paxton, three, no good. A rebound tipped around, goes out of bounds now with 1.5 seconds to play, and it's NC basketball. See if the Mustangs can get off a shot before the quarter break. A long three-quarter court shot is no good by Brett Gifford. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Really entertaining first quarter of basketball. After one, it's the Riverton Wolverines 17, the Natrona County Mustangs 16. We are back in 1 minute. You're watching RHS basketball on County 10's YouTube channel and listening to the Wolverines on 105.1 Jack FM.
Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport, on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies, one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County, one project at a time.
Northside Auto Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes for the 22-23 season. Northside Auto Body is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in automotive body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Auto Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Your home for RHS basketball all season long. 105.1 Jack FM.
Second quarter is underway from the James Johnson Winter Classic here from Story Gymnasium in Cheyenne. Connor White's off a nice dish as the first 2 points of the quarter, and Connor White is the first player in double figures with 10. Was a 1-point Riverton advantage to start the quarter at 17-16. It is now a 1-point Mustang lead. We've traded leads several times. Paxton double-teamed for the Wolverines. Give it up to Hauk, who is going to call a timeout. He got smothered, and NC's team is up off the bench applauding their teammates. Real fired up about that. Coach Sheets wants a 30-second timeout. So we've just started the second quarter. Natrona on top of Riverton 18-17. And this one already has the feeling of it could just be back and forth all night with these two teams doing battle here with one another. Natrona got out of the blocks really early and led 7-0, but Riverton chipped their way back into it, took that 1 point into first quarter advantage. And here we are at 18-17. Want to thank Baldwin Creek Rental Center in Lander. They make Fremont County athletics possible on county10.com. They've got everything you need from equipment rental, party supplies, 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander. Mustangs, Kurt Paddock sends him back out there again in his second year. Team won 11-14 last year, uncharacteristic of Natrona basketball. There's a takeaway by Reyes. Had the ball just thrown kind of point blank to him. Was almost a little bit shocked to receive that gift, but Reyes gathers it in and will give it to White. Start up the NC offense. Here's Coleman. Right side outside to Colton Rogers. Rogers get past Sheets. Go behind the back pass to Coleman, but he traveled. That was impressive despite the travel. It was a nice idea with the pass, and then Coleman finished with a flush too. But luckily for Riverton fans, it doesn't count. Welcome all of you on County 10's YouTube channel. Say hello to Dwayne watching from Riverton, and Denise, who says go Wolverines. Feel free to drop us a comment in that chat section as well to contribute to the fun. Parker fouled on his way up. Paxton will go to the stripe. That is the first personal on Connor White. Leading scorer of the game so far picks up the foul. Parker's first free throw is good, and that is the 4th point for Parker. Ties us at 18s. Paxton's second rattles off the back of the rim and stays out. Coleman up high for the rebound. Rogers on the outlet. 18-18. We've played 90 seconds here in the second quarter. Rogers uses screen. Now gives it back to Hagar. Right back to Rogers. They play catch for a moment. Now Reyes, 3 in the corner. That's no good. Rebound tipped and should be Riverton ball. It is. Hauk inbounds right in front of the end of the Riverton bench. Derek DeVries with the slow jog up the floor. Use a screen now from Hauk. Go down the lane. Does a 360 spin. Can't get his shot to go. Leaves it short. Colton Rogers tracked down the rebound. Coleman. D'd up by Dre Monroe. Now Connor White again with it, and he'll reload to Coleman in the corner. 3 is no good, and skims off to DeVries. Another rebound to his column. Derek, leave it for Dre. Dre gathers it in, goes up strong, and is fouled on the way up. That is foul number 2 on Josiah Coleman. 2 free throws for Dre Monroe, who's looking for his first points on the evening. First for Dre is good. Brian Salazar returns to the Mustang lineup. Second for Dre is too strong, no good. Saved to DeVries. Derek can't get the shot to go. Was almost handed a save from an NC player. Rogers working through defenders. It's poked away, taken away. Ty Sheets, Dre Monroe teaming up defensively there to make something happen for Riverton. Give it to Parker Paxton now. Parker goes by 1 defender and is grabbed from behind and fouled. Reyes will pick up his first personal. And we'll see Nomar Gonzalez return, along with Rogan Potter. Hauk inbounds under the Riverton hoop. Does so way up top to Derek DeVries. DeVries directs some traffic. Now he'll put it on the floor. Spin move down the lane through defenders. Can't get the shot to go. Looked great to get there. Kept alive by Monroe. Out to Sheets for 3. It's good. Nice rebound, Dre Monroe. Sheets knocks down the triple, and Riverton's got their largest lead of the game so far at 4 points. Here's a steal by Monroe. Outlet to Hauk. Looking way down court for Ty Sheets. Luckily, it's tipped by an NC player out of bounds. And we'll go back to the Wolverines, who will inbound under and to the right of their own hoop. DeVries to trigger it in. Does so to Sheets in the corner. He's got Salazar on him defensively. Paxton puts it on the floor, stands up top with it. Now we'll go to Monroe, left side, outside. Dre put it on the floor once, long 2 off glass, can't get it to go. And rebound taken away by Potter. Here come the Mustangs on the run. Potter And back to Rogers, open for three. That's no good. Looked online when he let it go, but comes away long, and a foul on the Wolverines there on the rebound. We'll give the Mustangs some free throws. That on Dre it is. That is Monroe's second personal. And free throws are coming up here for Colton Rogers. First for Colton is good. Colton having a nice evening too. He's got 6 points now. Hope you'll join us tomorrow night from Cheyenne South High School. Go on the air as long as we're on time, about 5:45. Second free throw is also good for Colton. Girls game, Riverton and South, supposed to start about 6 o'clock with the boys at 7:30. Foul in backcourt on the Mustangs goes against Rogan Potter. That is the fourth Natrona foul of the quarter with 3:51 to play in the second. And Riverton on top of Natrona 22-20. Malachi Smith has checked in for the first time in the Riverton lineup. Malachi had some great JV moments too. There's Malachi, right side block, turnaround two, can't get it, but he draws the contact. Malachi, a junior, will go to the free throw line to shoot twice. That foul was against Tanner Hagar, his first. Really like the spark that Malachi's brought to this team off the bench. Athletic player who, if he continues to get stronger and bigger, is just going to be a force through this season and next season. As Malachi knocks them both in. Rogers. Walk it across the half-court stripe, give it to Potter. Both of these offenses in their half-court set have been kind of slow and methodical this quarter. There's a three up and in from Colton Rogers. Rogers got a good look, knocks down the three, and it's a 1-point game again. Loose ball comes to Ty Sheets, who's fouled on his way up. Ty's going to go to the line. So Riverton's held a 4-point lead a couple of times. That's been their largest so far. The Colton Rogers three-pointer made it a 1-point game, and now Ty Sheets to the line. Ty already with 7, make it 8. First one is nothing but net. Connor White returns to the Mustang lineup. Sheets can't hit the second one. Rebound punched away and finally contained by Tanner Hagar. Here's Coleman, 3 in the corner. That's no good. Nomar Gonzalez gets knocked to the floor along with Ty Sheets. Ball squirts out of bounds off of Ty last. We'll go to the Mustangs. 2:51 to play in the first half. Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard says Riverton 25, Natrona 23. White trying to tie it up, does so, and draws the foul. Connor White will head to the stripe and has a chance to put his Mustangs up by a point. Malachi picked up his first personal. Free throw is good, and Natrona takes a slim advantage back, 26-25. Connor White now with a dozen. Ball is tipped away from DeVries by Gonzalez, but Derek retreats and grabs it. DeVries stop at the free throw line, trying to weave through defenders, knocked to the floor, can't get it to go, but draws the contact. Will take a place at the free throw line. Derek toes the mark. Lets the first of two fly and knocks it down. We're tied at 26s. In his return game so far, DeVries has 7 points. Couple of free throws. Had a 2-pointer to start the game and a 3-pointer as well. So is that the basketball version of the cycle, I guess? needs a 4-point play at some point, I think. Derek hits them both, puts the Wolverines back up by a point as we close in on the 2-minute mark. Time remaining second quarter. Connor White's going to let a long 3 fly. That's no good. Rebound tipped to Ty Sheets. Wolverines now on the run. Here's DeVries. And back to Paxton. Parker pushed off the ball and fouled, and will shoot more free throws. First one of 2 for Parker is good. Parker now 2 of 3 at the free throw line this evening. Leading scorer so far for the Wolverines by far, 21 points per game, and he's got 6 so far tonight. Reyes calls out a play right at midcourt, D'd up by Paxton there. Waits for a cutter. Now finds Hagar. Hagar fadeaway 2 is good. Boy, that's a pretty shot from Tanner Hagar. And as I crank my neck to see the time remaining, 1:43. Paxton's triple is no good, and White will take it away. Reyes now on the run for the Mustangs. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled on the floor. That's just the 3rd Riverton foul, so it'll be ball out of bounds to NC on Parker's first personal. Reyes to inbound, under into the left of the Mustang basket. It's tipped and taken away by DeVries. Long wingspan there by Derek showing off. There's Sheets. Baseline drive, hang in the air, got it to go. Ty Sheets having a ball game. He's got 10 points and gives Riverton that 3-point lead again, 31-28. Hagar, right side outside to Reyes. Paxton trying to play defense. Reyes goes up strong, can't get it to go. Loose ball comes away to Paxton, who travels. Give it back to the Mustangs with 1:03 to play second quarter. Here's Gonzalez at the top with it, D'd up by Gattenbein, and he'll reload to Salazar. Now Reyes. Back to Salazar. He hands to Hagar. Hagar stopping the paint, pivot around, can't get it, but DeVries gets called for the foul. That is the second personal on Derek. And Hagar will bounce it at the line, let it fly. First one sneaks over to the front of the rim and drops. He's got one more, can make this a 1-point game with 44 seconds remaining second quarter. And he does. That one also worked its way around the rim and dropped in there. It's been close all the way through. Largest lead was 7-0 Natrona. Then Riverton erased that really quick. Riverton's led by as much as 4 twice. Right side block for Derek DeVries. Now we'll back it off and go to Ty Sheets up top. Sheets put it on the dribble, between the legs dribble, worked on defensively by Salazar as we close in on 10 seconds remaining in the half. Now back it way up top. DeVries content working for the last shot of the half, it looks like. Now he'll go down the lane, jump stop, float, get it. And that will take us to the intermission. Derek DeVries finishes with the bucket. He's got 10 points. As into the locker rooms, your score on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. It's Riverton on top of Natrona, 33-30. Riverton led 17-16 at the end of the first quarter, so extending their lead a little bit by a couple of points there in the second stanza of this one from the James Johnson Winter Classic here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Again, 33-30, Wolverines on top at the break. Coming up, it's the Click It or Ticket, the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show made possible by YDOT. We'll take a look at first half scoring numbers, set you up for the second half of basketball here in just a couple of minutes. Again, we are at the half where Riverton leads Natrona 33-30. I think I can take a break now. You're watching the Wolverines on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmbs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com.
You see Allison at lunch today? I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna text Allison. Hey, hold up, Matt's calling me. Hey, we got the food and we're on our way right now. Hey, who's coming, bro? You're the one that keeps help.
At Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
Back to the ball game. Here's the voice of Riverton Sports, Jared Anderson.
It is the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. At the break, Riverton on top of Natrona in this all-ranked matchup, 33-30. Just get the feeling that this is going to be maybe an all-timer and go all the way down to the wire. These teams have had very little separation all the way through. Natrona again led 7-0. That was their largest lead. Riverton erased that quickly. Riverton's led by 4 twice in the second quarter. And that's as far as we've gotten as far as separation. 33-30 at the break. Looking at individual scoring numbers, Natrona led by Connor White, who is having a fantastic ball game with 16 points, all on 2-pointers and a couple of free throws, too, by the way, for Connor White, who is that inside post presence, not massive in stature, but, man, he plays like it for sure, and is the team's leading rebounder, averaging double figures almost in scoring as well, and certainly going to improve that average with 16 points on the evening so far. Colton Rogers also in double digits for the Mustangs with 10 points. Then it goes Tanner Hagar with 4 points off the bench. Brian Salazar has 3 points for NC. For Riverton, they have 2 players in double figures, Ty Sheets and Ty Sheets and Derek DeVries lead the way offensively for the Wolverines with 10 points apiece. 6 points for Parker Paxton. Then it goes 3 points for Blake Gattenbein, 2 points for Ryan Cox, 2 points for Malachi Smith, and 1 point for Dre Monroe. So there you go. The Wolverines, 33 points, again leading the Natrona County Mustangs 33-30 at the break. If you missed it earlier, the Lady Wolverines fell to the Natrona County Phillies 82-63. They trailed 22-13 in the first quarter. Were trailing 45-26 at halftime, and ultimately an 82-point effort by the Natrona Phillies to knock off Riverton 82-63. The girls are back at it against Cheyenne South tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. from South High School. And you've got the boys that will follow that around 7:30. Those games, give or take a few minutes, we're about 35 minutes behind schedule today, so a little late night basketball for you. It's after 9 o'clock, which is late night for me. This is past my bedtime, Jason. I know you stay up all night, but if by my standards, this is late night basketball. But we've got a great one here from Story Gymnasium, and we're looking forward to an exciting second half of basketball coming at you between number 4 and number 5 in the OhioPreps.com 4A polls. So an interesting early test between a couple of really good teams here. We'll take a break. This has been the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show presented by YDOT, reminding you to buckle up every trip, every time. Seatbelts save lives. It's Riverton 33, Natrona 30 at the break. Back with half number 2 in just a couple of minutes on 105.1 Jack FM and streaming video on County 10's YouTube channel.
Ready to explore Wyoming's stunning parks at Fremont Motors during the Open Road Sales Event. We're giving away a complimentary Wyoming State Parks pass with every vehicle sold, so you can get out and explore our beautiful state behind the wheel of a brand new vehicle. Plus, all Fremont vehicles come backed by Fremont Care, so you'll be covered no matter what the Open Road has in store. Visit Fremont Chevrolet GMC in Riverton, or shop online anytime at FremontMotors.com and start your Wyoming adventure today.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
10 is your Fremont County news leader. We're everywhere, on the web, mobile, social, and on your radio dial, with all the news you need to feel connected. From sports to board meetings and community features, we work hard to bring you all the latest updates you care about. Visit us today at county10.com. County 10, community connected.
Make your home improvement projects a breeze with Sutherland's, your home improvement experts. Always the right products at the right price. For every project, every day. You can shop and pay online at Sutherlands.com, and we'll get it ready for easy in-store pickup. With the tools and the know-how, you can count on Sutherland's for any job. With over 30,000 items in stock, make your first stop at Sutherland's Home Improvement in Casper and Riverton.
Back to the ball game. Here's the voice of Riverton Sports, Jared Anderson.
Welcome you back into the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. A couple of minutes away from resuming action here as Riverton and Natrona County High School locked in a good one. Riverton on top 33-30 at the break. Have some girls scores of interest from the James Johnson Winter Classic that have gone final here earlier in the day. Wheatland, 3A school, knocked off 4A Kelly Walsh 36-31. Sheridan rolled past Green River 60-33. Interesting 3A versus 4A score as well, as number 1 at 3A Douglas stays undefeated. They knock off the 5th-rated Laramie Lady Plainsmen in 4A basketball 65-56. So Laramie top 5 4A team shows you just how good Douglas is. Cheyenne East knocked off Rock Springs girls basketball 61-28. Was Central over Kelly Walsh in a good one 62-59. South knocked off Evanston 42-35. 65. And, of course, if you missed it, Natrona knocked off Riverton 82-63. So a few scores there. Don't have a ton of boys finals, although now that I refresh from yopreps.com, there are a couple in boys scores from the James Johnson Winter Showcase. Kelly Walsh beat Wheatland 47-38, with Sheridan on top of Green River 65-51, and Laramie took care of Douglas 77-61. So Laramie's ranked third in 4A boys basketball. Douglas ranked number 1 in 3A boys basketball. But Plains been putting it to them a little bit, 77-61. Rock Springs is taking on Cheyenne East right now at East High School. Kelly Walsh is at Cheyenne Central. Evanston playing at Cheyenne South. And speaking of things to look forward to, our Wyatt Barijka, the voice of the Lander Tigers, goes to the Winter Classic in Pinedale. Tomorrow he's got Lander basketball at 6 p.m. Catch that right here on the County 10 Sports Network. And you can watch it on County 10's YouTube channel or listen over on KOVE, 1330 AM and 107.7 FM. Ready to go with half number 2 here from Cheyenne as Riverton starts with the basketball and a 3-point lead. Looks like same starters for the Wolverines. DeVries has it. Turnaround shot for 2 from the right elbow is no good. It's Paxton, Sheets, DeVries, Monroe, and Hauk to start the second half for the Wolverines in their home white uniforms. Natrona in their away black uniforms trimmed in orange. Here's Coleman for 3 at the top. Nevin's shot is no good. Reyes, Rogers, Neiman, Salazar, and White are the starting lineup for the Mustangs here in the second half. Sheets' shot does not go. Long rebound tipped away to Paxton. Parker put up a mid-range 2. That won't go. Neither team can buy a shot here to start the third quarter. Rebound tracked down by Reyes, who flies past 2 defenders, cannot get it to go off the backboard. And Monroe take it away for Riverton. Dre is going to get charged with a player control foul. Out of control in there to take the charge was Colton Reyes. Monroe helped to his feet. And that's going to be the third personal on Dre, who will take a seat with those 3 fouls. Was a little bit slow to get up, and Coach Sheets checking on him to make sure he's okay, gives him a pat on the back. Looks like Dre's fine, just came down hard. Rogers in the corner. Salazar will try the 3, in and out, that's no good. Neiman along the baseline will save it. Reyes saves it too from going on the inline. And here's Salazar for 3, good. That is a play that should fire this Natrona team up all the way around. 2 saves and an open 3. Salazar's got the first points of the third quarter. Good hustle plays there for the Mustangs. Here's DeVries up top with the basketball. Coleman on him defensively. DeVries has Gattenbein open for 3. That's no good. And Reyes will take away the rebound, is immediately fouled. It's on Ty Sheets, his second personal. Fairly sparse crowd at Story Gym here on a Thursday. A lot of people unable to travel, so glad you're with us here on the streaming video. Taken away by DeVries. Look up ahead for Gattenbein. Lay it up and in. DeVries to Gattenbein for a second time, and Riverton takes the lead back. 35-33, just underway here from the third quarter. There's Salazar at the top. Reyes is wide open for 3 in the corner. Got it. That is the first points of the game for Reyes, and he puts NC back in front. First time in a while for a Natrona lead, albeit a slim one. Almost taken away by Salazar. Sheets is there to save it, though, at the free throw line. Now to DeVries. Long 3 is short. Gattenbein races in to keep it alive for Riverton. Give it up to Ty. Ty shot in the paint is not going to fall. And rebound tipped and taken away by Reyes. Reyes goes to the corner. Salazar for 3. That's no good. And rebound tracked down by Hauk as we go fast and furious back and forth. Not a lot of half-court sets being run here as Coleman will kick this one away out of bounds. Goes back to the Wolverines. who will inbound in their front court. Hauk to do the inbounding duty. We'll find Sheets at the top. Ty, give it to DeVries. Derek, shovel a pass out to Gattenbein for three. Good. DeVries to Gattenbein has worked quite well. And there's Derek's third assist. Gattenbein now with 8 points. I believe that's his highest output offensively this season. Double check on that. Shot by Natrona is missed, and up high is Ty Sheets for the rebound. So Riverton looking for more after the Blake Gattenbein three-pointer. And Coach Sheets wants a quick 30-second timeout. So 4:23 remaining third quarter. It's Riverton on top of Natrona, 38-36 as we just go back and forth. And I know there is an abundant amount of time left here in the second half, but you're almost kind of anticipating and waiting either some kind of a really close finish down the stretch, dare I say overtime almost, the way these two teams are. It's going to stay close. Yeah, Jason Peterson, my camera operator, says it's going to stay close throughout the game as these two teams just won't let each other go. Riverton on top of Natrona, 38-36 here. Both teams will break the huddles, back out on the floor. Inbound comes to Derek DeVries as we're back underway. Derek, D'd up by Nevin Coleman. Hands to Ty Sheets, right side, outside. Sheets put it on the floor and go to the corner now to Hauk. Here's DeVries again down the lane, finds Hauk. Hunter, shot for two is no good, too strong, but Gattenbein is there, lay it up and in. Blake Gattenbein having a great third quarter. He's now got 10 points. Joins DeVries and Sheets all with 10. Swatted away by DeVries, but are they going to call him for a foul? They are. That is the third personal on Derek, and that means free throws are forthcoming for Nevin Coleman. Coleman looking for his first point on the night. First one is good. Makes it a 3-point game. And Coleman toes the mark for a second time. Lets this one go, and it stays out, but a rebound kept alive by Rogers. Rogers out to Salazar, open for three, can't get it. Coleman soars for another Natrona chance. Turnaround, can't get it, but he's fouled. So Coleman just hit 1 of 2, and about 7 seconds later, he's going to go back and shoot 2 more. That one is tacked on to Ty Sheets, who now has 3. So Sheets, Monroe, DeVries all have 3 personal fouls. Coleman's first is good again. He missed the second last time. See if that's the case again here. Takes a deep breath at the line, lets it go, and it's off to the right side. Lane violation anyhow on Natrona. Be ball out of bounds to RHS. See Rogan Potter return to the Mustang lineup. 2-point Riverton lead with 3:33 now to play. Third quarter, all 3s on the scoreboard there as I glanced at it. Aiden Kelly has it for Riverton. First time we've called his name. He checked in a few seconds ago, and now a Natrona foul on the floor. That'll be their first of the quarter. And Rogan Potter, who just checked in, picks up his third personal real quick. Inbound in backcourt comes to Parker Paxton. Parker skips it into the front court. Now hands back to Kelly. Aiden hands off to Ty. Sheets back to the basket at the free throw line. Crossover dribble. Now give it to Kelly again. Weaving at the top. Paxton will try a contested three and knock it down. Parker Paxton, his first points of the half. He's got 9. And the three-pointer gives Riverton their largest lead of the game at 5 points, 43-38. Errant pass was almost taken away by Aiden Kelly, but knocked it out of bounds. Up top, we go to Rogers. Colton, between the legs dribble, right side, outside Reyes. Reyes, hand back to Hagar. Hagar stop at the left elbow on the dribble. Give it up to Gonzalez. No, Potter, who soars in back to the basket. Scooped up a tough shot that didn't drop, but he will collect the foul on Aiden Kelly. And Rogan Potter now has 2. First is too strong, no good. We'll see Derek DeVries return to the Riverton lineup. Rogan Potter lets the second fly. That is nothing but net good. 43-39, Riverton on top. 2.5 remaining third quarter here on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Glad you're with us again. Jared Anderson here. Jason Peterson to my right, bringing you the sights and sounds from Story Gym. Doing some fantastic camera work. Push foul on Reyes, his second. Interesting tests all tournament here for this Riverton boys team. South presents a lot of different challenges tomorrow, and then you take on another ranked team, Laramie, on Saturday, as DeVries looking for some contact baseline. Gives up a pass to a defender as Hagar quickly draws the foul. And Natrona in the bonus, so Hagar is going to go to the line for 2. That was Parker Paxton committing his second personal. So Hagar to the line. Connor White still the game's leading scorer. First free throw is in and out, no good. He has not scored this quarter, though. Connor has 16, all of which came in the first half. Derek DeVries, Ty Sheets, and Blake Gattenbein all have 10 for Riverton. Second free throw for Hagar is good. So Mustangs chipping their way back in with a couple of free throws the last 2 trips down. 3-point game now after Riverton had a 5-point lead for a moment. Pass goes to an assistant along the Riverton bench. Slipped out of the hand, I think, of Derek DeVries there and didn't go the direction he wanted it to go. Rogers, beat up by Ty Sheets. Give it to Connor White, wide open, soaring in. Lay it up and in. Connor White with his first points of the half, and now it's knocked away out of bounds again. Riverton thought that one off of Natrona, but official is going to say otherwise. So NC with the last 4 points over the last 3 trips. 2 free throws, and then finally a field goal from Connor White. And now they will march it up the floor again with 1.5 to play third quarter. Rogers hustles it across the time stripe, goes right past Ty Sheets, off glass, 2 good. Colton Rogers with a dozen. Natrona takes the lead back, 44-43, and timeout on the floor is given to Coach Paddock. So Natrona burns the timeout. Let me update the timeouts on your screen here. Riverton has 3 remaining. Natrona has 4 remaining. Third quarter action. Again, NC on top of Riverton, 44-43. to 43. Want to thank Central Bank and Trust, your hometown bank, supporting local athletes. They're cheering for you at CBNT. Community Matters. They've got branches in Riverton, Lander, and Fort Washakie. Also want to thank Red & Kane and Associates making this broadcast possible. Proud to support local student athletes. They are your tax professionals. Proud of the hard work on and off the courts. Red & Kane and Associates on North Broadway in Riverton, online at rivertoncpa.com. Riverton basketball out of the timeout. It is, over the course of the last 4 possessions, a 6-0 Natrona run. They lead 44-43 after Riverton went up by 5 momentarily. Here's Dre Monroe, stop left side in the paint, hand back to Parker Paxton. Parker, double team 2 is good, and he's fouled. Parker takes the team high with that shot at 11 points and gives Riverton back the lead with 1 opportunity at the stripe. For the old-fashioned three-point play, knocks it down. Parker Paxton with a pretty shot. He had a wide-open look for 3 earlier, which he didn't convert. And every opportunity he has to shoot with 2 hands in his face seems like it's nothing for him. So he just needs a couple of defenders, and he's good. Reyes, D'd up by Paxton. Now to Potter. And back to Gonzalez. Weave at the top. Hagar now stop left elbow. Can't get it to go, but he's knocked to the floor and fouled. And more free throws coming up here for Tanner Hagar. We've seen a lot of third quarter free throws with 48 seconds to play in the quarter now. That was that went on Derek DeVries. That's Derek's 4th personal, and out comes Derek. Gattenbein will come in for him. The first for Hagar was good. Can tie up the ball game here. And he does. 46-46. 44 seconds remaining, third quarter now as Paxton races across the timeline. Reyes trying to keep up with him defensively. Parker hands to Monroe, right corner. Monroe jump stop, lose the handle, and is going to get fouled. Looked like Dre was ready to say that ball went out of bounds off of a Natrona player, but he'll take the foul instead as Hagar picks up his 2nd personal. That's the 4th team foul on Natrona. Ball out of bounds for Riverton, 33 seconds to play in the quarter now. Hauk slaps it, will trigger it in. Lob for Gattenbein, who comes to get it. Now to Paxton, 3, no. That was a college range 3 that didn't drop for Parker. Potter will take it away and try to give the Mustangs the lead into the 4th quarter now. Right side, outside with it is Potter. Rogan through the lane. Can't get it to go. That hung on the rim for a long time, and it's knocked out of bounds off of Connor White last. So Riverton gets a chance with 12 seconds in the third quarter. Riverton led by as much as 5. Natrona's led by as much as 7. And we are locked up at 46s. Final seconds of the third quarter. Here's Paxton from the free throw line. Got it on the run. Parker Paxton for 2. Half court 3 is no good by Natrona at the buzzer. So Riverton will take a 2-point advantage into the fourth quarter. You don't want to go anywhere. Come back with us. It's Riverton 48, Natrona 46. Final 8 minutes should be fun here. You are watching the Wolverines on County 10's YouTube channel and listening on 105.1 Jack FM.
5 letters. 5 letters? Just think about, what am I doing right now? Smile. Smile? Uh-huh. This is so easy.
Nobody likes to be stopped by the police, but if I'd seen her texting while driving and given her a ticket, it just might have saved her life.
This is Maven, award-winning optics for the adventurous. From the binoculars to spotting scopes, Maven has you covered. Be prepared for scouting, wildlife watching, or any outdoor adventure. As a proud sponsor of local high school sports, we wish all the Fremont County athletes the best of luck this season. Visit mavenbuild.com for more information and to order. Maven, discover something new.
Find more Fremont County sports coverage on the County 10 Sports Podcast.
8 minutes on the clock. It's been a great one between two ranked 4A boys basketball teams here. Riverton leads Natrona 48-46 as we enter the final quarter of regulation. Jared Anderson and Jason Peterson with you from Story Gymnasium in Cheyenne. Day one of the James Johnson Winter Classic. Riverton led by Parker Paxton with 14 points. Connor White has a game-high 21 for his Natrona County Mustangs. NC basketball here as we're underway in the fourth quarter. Salazar will hand back to Rogers. Rogers will fire up at 2. That's no good. Rebound volleyed 4. In and out of the hands of Coleman. He'll gather it back in. Up and in. Evan Coleman has the buckets, and we're tied at 48. In the corner, Gattenbein for 3. Left it short. Couldn't get it to drop. On the baseline, Rogers tiptoes and gathers it in. And Natrona reloads offensively now. Coleman at the top. He's got Monroe on him defensively. And back to Hagar. Hagar picks up his dribble quick, looking for some help. And now it comes via Salazar. Screen for Rogers. Spin in the lane. Really tough shot. Good defense by Monroe. Didn't get the shot finished. And Hauk is there to take away the rebound. Great job digging in defensively down low by Monroe. Paxton goes past one. Floater in the lane. Will not drop, and White is there for the rebound. 48-48. 6:23 to play in the fourth quarter. Monroe tried to D up Coleman, and Evan Coleman got his shot to hang on the rim for a while, gets it to drop. Natrona takes a 2-point advantage at 50-48 now. Paxton behind the back dribble, back to the basket, turnaround fadeaway 2 is no good, and White is there for the rebound again, so not the time for Riverton to go cold offensively, but that's what's happened the last few trips down. Still plenty of time, obviously. Hagar through the lane, couldn't get it to go, switched hands midair, and rebounded by Gattenbein. Here's Parker Paxton, working across the time stripe. Parker to Gattenbein. Blake squared to the basket like he wanted to shoot for a second. Now tried to find Parker, and just out of the hands of Parker. Parker was going to cut in towards the hoop, and the pass came away the other direction. Parker tried to slide back, just could not quite get there in time. Timeout on the floor, full timeout asked for by Natrona, I believe. Keep it right here and thank some of the folks that make this broadcast possible, like Wyoming Catholic College. Proud to cheer on our local athletes. Your dedication on and off the court is admirable. Find them online at wyomingcatholic.edu. Also thanks to Goddard Construction, a proud supporter of Fremont County Athletics. Goddard Construction offers friendly construction service. They're always on time and aligned with your budget. Give Goddard Construction a call for your local construction needs. Got a doubleheader tomorrow to look forward to, and we hope to have you back here on the County 10 Sports Network. Our YouTube page will have video, and of course we will have radio coverage too on 105.1 Jack FM. We'll be at Cheyenne South High School tomorrow for what is essentially a home doubleheader for South High School. Girls at 6, boys at 7:30. Wyatt is off to Pinedale for a Lander boys basketball tournament. He's got Lander basketball tomorrow at 6 o'clock as well on the County 10 Sports Network. Natrona basketball out of the timeout, 5:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Here's Reyes, D'd up by Paxton, left side outside. Give it to Hagar. Natrona keeping it hot around the perimeter. Now Coleman with it. Had some space, thought he might try a three, but he does not. Hagar in the corner. Hauk working aggressively on him defensively. NC slowing this possession down. Hagar's left wide open for three. That's no good short, but Reyes races in for the rebound. Now back to Hagar, three again. Missed the first time, gets it the second time. Tanner Hagar with 11 points, and Natrona is up by 5. Here's Paxton quickly down the lane, lay it up and in. Parker Paxton. Good individual effort there and a tough shot. Could have been a travel. I'm not sure he was set. Salazar. Shot was no good there. Stick back by Rogers is good. NC leads goes back to 5. Here's Gattenbein, 3 in the corner. That's no good, front of the rim. And the long rebound goes to Reyes, who's on the baseline out of bounds. So a good break there for Riverton to get the basketball right back. 4:08 remaining in the fourth quarter. Riverton trailing NC 55-50. Derek DeVries will inbound under end of the right of the Riverton hoop. And a foul before Derek can get it in. Parker was making a very hard cut, and he got held by Salazar. That is Brian's first personal. DeVries to trigger it in, does so on a bounce to Sheets, corner 3. That's no good. Hard off the back of the rim, and Coleman is there to clear the glass. There's Rogers quickly into the Natrona front court. Mustangs up by 5, looking to add to it. Here's Reyes. And back to Hagar. Hagar. Rogers spins around, blocked by Dre Monroe, taken away by the Wolverines. Plenty of time, but Riverton could use a bucket here. Would like to start seeing some momentum. Here's Paxton, 3. That's no good. Monroe hustles down the rebound. Big collision. And a foul is called, I believe, on Colton Rogers. Rogers and Monroe were just going for the loose ball, and I think Dre had the better position, but clotheslined each other. Connor White returns to the NC lineup. He's got 24 points. Paxton finds Sheets right side outside. Ty stop at the free throw line. Shot for 2, no good. Monroe, another offensive rebound. Finds Sheets cutting. Sheets will hand back to Derek DeVries, way up top. DeVries, stop right side baseline. Shot is not going to drop, and White is there to clear the glass. 55-50, the Natrona lead. We are just inside of 3 minutes to play, and NC wants a timeout. That last timeout, by the way, prior to that one was taken by Coach Bo Sheets, so Riverton is down to 2 timeouts. Natrona has those 3 timeouts. 55-50, Riverton led momentarily by 5 points. That was their largest lead of the ball game. And shooting has gone a little bit cold for the Wolverines here in the fourth quarter. I want to thank our friends at Perfect Power Electric and Landers supporting our athletes on and off the court. Give Perfect Power Electric for your electrical needs, and they make these live streams possible. And a big shout out to all of you watching along on County 10's YouTube channel. Again, feel free to use that chat box if you want to interact with us. Drop us some Wolverine encouragement or let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to give some more shout outs. Mustangs back out on the court first, out of the timeout. Riverton will break their huddle too. Paxton, Sheets, DeVries, Monroe, and Hauk out there for Riverton. Reyes, Salazar, Coleman, Rogers, and White, the lineup for the Mustangs. NC basketball with a 5-point advantage. Here's Reyes, floater in the lane. That doesn't go, and a push foul underneath on the Mustangs. Their third team foul. And who's this on? Salazar? No. That's on Connor White. White's second personal. DeVries with the slow jog across the midcourt center stripe. Right side outside finds Parker Paxton. Parker on the dribble, behind the back, is double teamed all over the floor, puts up a tough shot that does not drop, and Salazar is there to clear the glass for the Mustangs. Sheets poked it away for a second. Now is all over Rogers, who's picked up his dribble, and Coach Paddock wants a timeout to help his guy out. 30-second timeout. Well, it certainly has been a fun one here from Story Gym. Riverton led 17-16 at the end of the first quarter. They held a 3-point halftime advantage, 33-30. And we're up by a bucket to start this quarter at 48-46. Led by as much as 5. And all of a sudden, Natrona goes on a mini run and now has the 5-point advantage. 2 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the contest. NC up 55-50. Coach Paddock sends him out, and so does Coach Sheets. NC basketball in their front court. It's Reyes to inbound. Salazar going to get called for the over and back violation. Fielded it, I guess, right in front court, then took a step back into backcourt. That was a dangerous place to catch the basketball for sure, as here's DeVries trying to fire up the Riverton offense. Been a while since they've hit a bucket. Left side outside to Paxton. Parker put a move on Rogers. Now pick up the dribble, looking for Dre Monroe. Monroe has it poked away. Monroe able to gather it back in. Dre doing some work. Floater in the paint. Shot is not going to drop. Riverton just cannot buy a bucket this quarter. Here's Coleman. Spin in the lane. Poked out of bounds by Ty Sheets. Lob comes way up top to Rogers. Rogers get past one. Dre Monroe swats the basketball away, but is also going to be charged with a foul. So that's the 4th personal on Dre Monroe, and free throws are coming up for NC. It's still just a 5-point game with 2 free throws coming up, but this fourth quarter has been kind of like the balloon has been deflated for Riverton a little bit as Rogers knocks the first one down. And obviously, it's still a 2-possession game, even if it's a 3-possession game, which it is as Rogers knocks it down. There's still plenty of time with 1:44 remaining here, but Riverton needs to hit a shot sooner than later. Here's Paxton to the rim, can't get it to go. Rebound taken away by White, who throws it in traffic, and Sheets is there to intercept it. Riverton reloads offensively. Ty, right-hand dribble, crossover, will pick it up and tried to find DeVries, but Coleman is there to take it away for the Mustangs. Unforced error for Riverton, getting the better of them and just cold shooting this quarter. Foul by Hunter Hauk, and White is going to go. Actually, it'll go ball out of bounds. Riverton's got fouls to give now. That's just their 2nd foul this quarter. Reyes to inbound in the front court. Riverton's still got 2 fouls to give here before free throws. Monroe tips it away. Paxton leads it up ahead to DeVries, who saves it along the baseline. Dre has it taken right away from him, though. Reyes take it away. Hustle play for Riverton, but doesn't translate into a shot. Reyes in backcourt. Natrona content trying to kill some time. Riverton trying to foul as White gets fouled, maybe on his way up. We'll see if Connor gets free throws. He will. So that almost works out better for Riverton than a foul on the floor this time, as Monroe picks up the personal, and that's going to be foul number 5 for Dre. They still have not taken him out of the game, and gave the ball to White, who almost shot a free throw with a fouled out Dre Monroe checking out now. Dre finishes with just a single point, but man, he came up big defensively with some rebounds, had a couple of assists. Gattenbein returns to the Riverton lineup. So Connor White will go to the line and has an opportunity to put the Mustangs up by as much as 9, though he will not. He misses the first one. Second free throw from Connor. Let it fly, and that one will dribble in off the rim. 40 seconds, Riverton trailing by 8. Here's Paxton, long 3. That's no good, front of the rim. Long rebound, kept alive by DeVries, who has to save it, does so to Gattenbein. Blake finds Sheets, he'll try the 3. That's no good, front of the rim. Gonna go all the way back out to Ty. Now DeVries, 3 in the corner, that's no good. Riverton just cannot hit a shot this quarter. White will take away the rebound. Riverton may be calling off the Dogs here with under 20 seconds remaining, and does not look like they're being encouraged to foul. We'll just play the timeout, it looks like, inside of 10 seconds. Coleman wide open, lay it up and in. Well, it had not been double-digit separation until about 10 seconds to go, and Natrona pulls away with a 10-point victory. So NC on top of the Wolverines, 60-50, the final score here from Story Gymnasium. Riverton falls to Natrona. Coming up, we'll get into the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. We'll hear some comments from Coach Bo Sheets, who will make his way up here the long route to the very top of Story Gymnasium, and we'll also select our Tyler Watson State Farm players of the game. That's still to come. Again, final score here, it was Natrona 60, Riverton 50. We're back in just a couple of moments with the Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show. You've been watching the Wolverines on County10.com and listening on 105.1 Jack FM.
Tires, tires, and more tires. Bailey Tire and Auto Service offers a huge selection, great prices, and fantastic service.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Haley. With over 13,000 tires to choose, Bailey has tires for your ATV, farm implement, car, truck, trailer, semi, lawnmower, wheelbarrow, you name it. If it has a tire, Bailey Tire and Auto Service can fix it or replace it. Bailey Tire and Auto Service is your one-stop complete tire and service shop. Just remember, with Bailey's, there's no tricks, just tires.
Central Bank and Trust is a local bank that is focused on technology and convenience. We have a simpler online mortgage application process. You can use your computer or mobile device to upload required documents and sign them online. We have a variety of personal and business banking services. Stop in or visit centralbanktrust.com. We live here. We work here.
Looking for an upgrade to your vehicle? Wyoming 4x4 is the place to go for all your upgrade needs. From lift kits to bumpers, grill guards to bed liners, we've got everything you need to take your ride to the next level. We use top brands for our bumpers like Fab 4s, Ranch Hand, and Road and more. So get your vehicle ready and stop at Wyoming 4x4, or give Dan a call at 307-857-3175.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Welcome you into the Bailey Tire and Auto Post-Game Show. We are joined by our player of the games. Tyler Watson, State Farm, makes our player of the game possible, and it's tough not to give it to Derek DeVries, who played in his first game back after the ankle injury. First of all, Derek, how you feeling? Is the ankle back to near 100%?
Yeah, no, it's pretty close. I'm feeling pretty good, so good news.
Good to see you back for sure, and a welcome addition. I know I wish it could be under a little happier circumstances. Really hard-fought game there, but fourth quarter just looked like you guys couldn't buy a bucket.
Yeah, missing Eli and Brody, two of our seniors today. We like to say we have 7 starters on our team, and it's all of our seniors. Even if they don't make the starting 5, we're out there, have a role. So missing those 2 guys really hurt today, and we just missed some big shots in the fourth and the third.
Yeah, it despite the loss, had to feel good for you individually to get back out there. I know you had the ankle injury. We talked in football, and we thought that it was your ankle there for a while. It was your foot, but you get the unfortunate ankle injury in practice. How good did it feel to just be part of the team and to be able to get into that starting lineup again?
Yeah, it's been an anxious 2-3 weeks. Getting back into practice last week was really good, and today was a long day playing at 8 p.m. Just waiting for this moment, so it was good to be back out there.
You get a quick turnaround tomorrow, not a lot of rest. You go to Cheyenne South. Do you know anything about the Bison?
I know they did get back 3 of their better players, so they are going to be probably a dogfight just like tonight was, so we're going to have to bring our game.
All right, we'll look forward to that, certainly, and best of luck the rest of the way, but glad to have you back. And we'll root for you guys here all the way down the stretch.
Thank you.
Thanks, Derek. Appreciate you. Derek DeVries, our player of the game, brought to you by Tyler Watson at State Farm. Give Tyler a call for all of your insurance needs. Again, Riverton falls to Natrona 60-50 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Let's take a look here at some final scoring numbers, and then we'll hand things over to the Wolverine head coach, Bo Sheets, here in just a moment. For the Wolverines in their defeat, Derek DeVries and Ty Sheets both had 10 points for the Wolverines. Parker Paxton did emerge with a team-high 16 points there, had just 6 first-half points, finds 10 points in the second half. So Parker with 16, Derek and Ty with 10 points. Blake Gattenbein ultimately had 9 points. I had him with 10 for a while, but Blake finishes officially with 9 points. 2 points for Ryan Cox and 1 point for Dre Monroe before he fouled out. For the Natrona County Mustangs, Connor White finishes with 18 points, 16 for Colton Rogers, 10 points for Neven Coleman. Then it goes 6 points for Brian Salazar. I think I missed Tanner Hagar in there. Tanner finishes with 11 points, and Hayel Reyes concludes his night with 3. Rogan Potter finishes with a free throw. So there you go. Hopefully that made some kind of sense. I was a little disorganized there with the final scoring numbers. My apologies if you were trying to follow along with that. Natrona on top of Riverton 60-50. This is the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Thanks again to Bailey's Tire and Auto Service. They've got 2 full-service tire locations in Riverton and Lander, 3 great pit stop locations in Riverton, and 1 in Lander, and of course that delicious Speedway Cafe as well. Let's see. Let's squeeze in one more time out here, and then we're going to work to hand things over to Bo Sheets, the head coach of the Riverton Wolverines, get his thoughts on this loss, and we'll see what he thinks moving forward with a scrappy Cheyenne South team due up for the Wolverines tomorrow. Again, Natrona on top of Riverton 60-50. The Bailey Tire and Auto postgame show continues in moments on 105.1 Jack FM and County10.com.
Kane and Associates, CPAs is your go-to source for tax, financial, and business solutions. Our experienced professionals are trusted and know the numbers. We're dedicated to providing personalized attention to each of our clients. Whether you're an individual or a business, we're here to help with all your accounting needs. Let us do the math for you. Stop in or visit rivertoncpa.com to learn more.
Introducing WyoGlass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we've got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose WyoGlass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Why do we enforce seatbelt laws? Because in real life, you don't get a second chance.
The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency is a proud supporter of Riverton High School Wolverine athletics. We understand the importance of community, and we're excited to be a part of it. As your neighbor, we're here to help you with all your insurance needs. We offer auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life insurance. So stop in and say hi, or give us a call today. The Tyler Watson State Farm Agency will be here for you.
Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport, on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies, one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County, one project at a time.
Northside Auto Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes for the 22-23 season. Northside Auto Body is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in automotive body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered at Northside Auto Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Proud to support the Wolverines and Lady Wolverines. We are County10.com.
Well, a tough loss for the Riverton boys tonight. Natrona County knocks off Riverton 60-50, despite Riverton leading by 2 points entering the fourth quarter. They were up by 33-30 at halftime, but Natrona just pulled away there in the fourth quarter with Riverton just not able to buy a shot down the stretch. Got out rebounded pretty substantially there in the second half, and Riverton falls to 4-4 on the season. The Natrona County Mustangs improved to an impressive 7-0. This is the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show, and we welcome in the Wolverine head coach Bo Sheets. And Coach, I'm sure that's just a tough pill to swallow. Such a competitive game, looked good all the way through until the fourth quarter. What kind of happened there in the final 8 minutes?
Yeah, I think we got tired. You know, Derek hasn't been, playing all year, and then to come back tonight, he had a great game for us, but just kind of ran out of gas a little bit. It hurt us not having Brody here today. He was sick, and so that extra, basically starter for us that's been there all year, and it's just a bummer that he got really sick this week. And so, not having a couple of our guys to give us some rotations, I felt like we were just a little gassed.
Yeah, it's got to be, I guess, silver lining, though, encouraging knowing that there are a few losses here early on in the season, but you can compete with these teams.
Yeah, and we were, I don't remember what the score was going into the fourth. It's probably tied up, or we were ahead.
Yeah, you were up
going into the fourth, and so that was a good spot for us to be, and for us, even at halftime, we gave up 6 points in the first half on putbacks, and so those are offensive rebounds that, if we secure the rebound, we're up 9 at half. Same thing happened in the fourth. They got another 6 points off of putbacks. So again, you take and put that, an extra 12 or 14 points on our side. It definitely helps. So that's one thing we got to shore up is getting our hands on those rebounds, because you force a team to miss it. And, I think the basketball gods, they have a rule that an offensive rebound equates to an open three that the team always makes. It just seems like, when the ball gets tipped out, they get a rebound, somebody's going to get kicked out for an open three, and usually it falls. And so that happened a few times tonight. And, Natrona is a very good team, so you got to tip your hat to them. We'll get in better shape. I think Derek's probably 80%. All of our other guys that coming off Christmas break, not really an excuse, but today Natrona was deeper than us. They played more kids than us, and they made some plays. So you look at a couple of those kind of little shots around the basket that rolled in and rolled out. If those fall, because it was a 5-point game very late there, and we had a good look at a 2 by Dre, and we had a good look at a 3 by Parker, and some other guys had good looks that, they just didn't fall down. So I think, we can definitely compete with that team.
Focusing on the positives, it's got to feel really good to have Derek back out there. Really fun to see him suiting up again. Yeah, no, Derek, we're a completely different team when Derek's out there, because he's kind of a matchup nightmare for other teams. He's a point guard that if you put a little guy on him, he can kind of go in the post, and if you put a post on him, he can use his quickness. And like I said, he's, I would say, 80% at best right now, just watching him move around. He's still kind of hobbled a little bit on that leg, and so as the season goes on and he gets healthy, you're just going to see him continue to kind of get, more physically in shape and kind of have a quicker step. You get South tomorrow, scrappy team, and what is essentially a home game for them, despite this being a tournament. So what do you know about the Bison, and what do you work on? That's a fun gym to play in. It gets loud and raucous in there, and it'll be that way tomorrow. They're excited because they get the 3 best players back after break. They had some eligibility stuff going on, and so their leading rebounder, their leading scorer, and their point guard. So that team is vastly different than kind of some of the scores you saw down at Green River, and I know they're very excited to get those guys back and just show that they can compete with others too. Definitely. You got anything fun planned while you're down here? Is there any team bonding? Yeah, we were looking to do some really fun stuff. We got 9 basketball games, so that's probably the most fun thing I can think of is doing some basketball games. Sophomore JV varsity. I can't think of anything more fun than that. There's not even a meal in between there? Oh, there might be some good Chick-fil-A or Qdoba or something. Yeah, there you go. You bet. All right, Coach. Congratulations on a hard-fought game. Yeah, I know the fourth quarter didn't pan out there, but I thought a really fun game to watch there through 3.5 quarters at least. So we'll chat with you again tomorrow. Right, we'll see you. All right, Bo Sheets, head coach of the Riverton Wolverines, joining us here on the Bailey Tire and Auto post-game show. Appreciate Coach joining us as always. Once again, final score, Natrona knocks off Riverton 60-50. With that, we're going to call it a night here from Story Gymnasium. I want to thank Jason Peterson for his fantastic camera work. As always, we'll be back with you tomorrow from South High School. We'll go on the air about 15 minutes or so before tip-off. Right now, that's projected at 5:45. It is a tournament, so that could give or take a few minutes there, but it's projected for a 6 o'clock tip-off for the ladies, 7:30 for the boys as Riverton takes on South in a doubleheader. Final score, it was Natrona over Riverton 60-50. If you missed it earlier tonight, Lady Wolverines fell to the Phillies 82-63. Our player of the game in the Lady Wolverine game was We2 Cloudhorse, finished with 22 points. Player of the game tonight, the return of Derek DeVries, who finishes with 10 points, and just all things considered, great to see him back from that ankle injury. So we'll do it all over again tomorrow. Be on the air just in front of the 6 o'clock hour on 105.1 Jack FM and streaming video on County 10's YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in, and we will take you back to Jack FM. And for those of you on the stream, we'll say good night from Story Gym in Cheyenne.